So we have an Orc Problem is an incremental tower defense game where you get flooded by millions of orcs and the game is finally out, so we will 100% it. And the dev also provided us with the supporter pack so we can eventually change some things in the game as long as I don't forget about this. The game itself is very simple. Imagine you boot up a random flash game in 2005. This is probably what you would expect. So we start the battle with space and we click left click to shoot with our rocket and there are the orcs. This is what we are used to. Okay, you have to keep on clicking. Come on, fire. I don't think this worked all too well. But with that, we have enough for our very first tower, the gunner. The gunner has a very high fire rate and I usually like to place them at these choke points where they can fire into most of the enemies. So I would say it's actually better to give them like less angle to rotate around, right? Because then they always shoot into the same area. But here I would say we just try to get as many kills as possible early on to earn more money, and that is not really working out. Kind of working out, right? We also have HP at the very top, so whenever orcs get through, we lose that amount of HP. But this time we managed to earn 2 diamonds. Important note, we are playing on a way harder version of the game because this was before a lot of improvements, which means you get to watch me struggle in the game a lot. And if you end up enjoying that, then don't forget to give the video a like as it helps out a lot, and have fun with the rest. And given that we have played the demo version to its fullest, I would say we'll already turn on the space orcs and the space background. I think the flames are for the fire towers, so we will wait a bit with that until we have them. Gain bonus resources at the end of the battle. Do you understand how insane this is because we barely earn something right now, right? Like, that is kind of absurd. Here we have more gunners, and the missile, I personally think it's kind of useless, you know? I just want to kill the enemies. Here's the first level. Let's go again. Oh, the level looks different. Oh my god, that is fancy. I like the color palette. So here's our second turret. And I think... Oh, what makes the most sense, actually? Doesn't it make the most sense to kind of shoot into here? Because we can't stop the enemies either way. So the only thing we want is that all of our bullets hit something for the sake of money. And we don't want to spread it out too much because then it may shoot too far away from the enemies. Let's see how this works out. Okay, we are already hitting the enemies way better than the previous placement. I like this. It still means we die. And sometimes getting the most kills is not really the point of a tower. Sometimes the point is just that you make sure the enemies can't get through. Which sounds a bit confusing, but with AoE towers you sometimes do not want them to be in the beginning and just blast random enemies, but at a specific point. We earn 6. We just maxed it out. You know what? I'll quickly go again. And this time we earn 12. Now over here we could save up for a percentage bonus, but this will take way too long if we would focus on that right away. So I would say we will upgrade the gunner tower because there's an insane upgrade at the top if they haven't changed that. I'm just not... Okay, it was up here somewhere. And look at this. We have 5 towers now. I believe, okay, I could be wrong, but I believe this may actually be enough to deal with all of the enemies. If some of them get through, it's actually fine. As long as we don't lose the game. So I will also put you to the back here, you know, we double up on these. I mean, I say double up, but we have 5 towers shooting. And as long as they can deal with the enemies that pass through, this should be perfectly fine. Like, do you see the bullet storm? I'm not gonna left click because I want to look at this. Okay, these are the ones that I'll try to stop. Some of these have more HP, I believe, like the bigger ones. Okay, this is definitely not perfect, but we can see with the amount of enemies, I don't think we could have stopped them with another positioning, but that was very good. So what I need on this guy is attack speed, exactly. Then here we have the laser. I don't think the last time we were able to get the laser, but we want to go over here. So now we have more fire rate. I think this will already be enough. Should I have angled this a little bit more to the left side? No, I think this is good. On the last video, some people were really upset with some of my tower placement, but my philosophy in tower defense game is always, if you manage to create a point where all of the enemies die, then you can't die because all of the enemies are dead, right? That's like, that's how I do it. Okay, but something is wrong. Do we not have enough damage? I thought we had more than enough damage, but maybe that is what we are missing. I don't care about the missile. It's a 1% chance that orcs explode. Holy moly. Yeah, but we don't need that, right? we'll just increase the amount of these. Now, okay, one thing that has me a little bit concerned is, I think some of the orcs, they are going too far out. But the more I spread this, the more I may actually waste bullets. I will spread it a little bit, that we thicken this area over here. I could also place them on the other side, but then they don't hit the guys in the beginning here. But do you notice when the orcs start to clump up, then they fill out the entire area? That is when the problem happens. But if you can kill them early enough, it actually never happens and we don't face that problem to begin with. What did the little dude just do? He bounced against the wall and just went back. Yeah, look at this. But we did it. We just got the orange one. We got the red one. I think, is the orange one new? I think before you always paid with the red one. But I'm not sure about that. And I will go for range here because +1 penetration. No, that is not what I want. I want attack speed. Okay. So we know we need this cube. That means I can go for a new weapon. Fires a laser beam that bounces off the walls. Holy moly. Where's the flamethrower? There it is. I love the flamethrower, so I will go for it again. But next up, we will go for the laser cannon. And we need to save up 42 of the blue stuff because I want this, I believe. I'm not exactly sure if that is the one that I'm looking for. That is not what the map looked like. I'm fairly certain. You just made the fire so much worse. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, how do we do this? You have to view the orcs a little bit like a liquid. So they shoot out here. I will assume most go to the bottom because there's also this diagonal here, right? So they get bumped down. Then they go here, they go up. And then they have to take a turn, but this could actually take so long that I could place this here. I don't think that's like a good way to solve this. So I will just do this. I can't go further out. Like, I can't make this thinner. It's fine. You know, we'll survive it. Okay, I got outplayed. I'll admit that, I got outplayed. I didn't expect most of them will go to the top. That is actually kind of insane. Wow. But we got 30. Does that mean there's the upgrade? 5 shots per second. Do you understand how insane that is? We double the amount of shots. I think this was even more in the past. Or maybe these ones gave less. And that's why it was so significant. But 5 bonus shots is like, this is mental. This is the same as penetration. But penetration is only good if you can actually penetrate, if there is someone behind that. This doesn't have this restriction, but the downside is you may shoot multiple times at an enemy that already dies with 1 shot, right? So we could also put them up here, because they want to get around, but let's see how that works. That looks really good. Oh my god, that looks perfect. And look at this death squad of fire speed. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, sure, we could get a higher kill number on them at first if we put them to the front. But if this here works out, we just win. We don't need to risk anything. Oh my god. There seems to be an issue. No, I think it's fine. You just can't penetrate the walls, but yeah, we just did that. Now, it seems because we didn't complete the stage without losing HP, we actually lost a little... You know what? Morgana Towers, right? We are coming for you, but for this we have to perfect this stage. Which means I'll max this out. Yeah, do you see that here? Earn this resource by killing all orcs. We are not allowed to let a single one... This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. Right, I should put them on both sides. Because this way we make sure that no one ever gets through. Because if we have them all at the bottom and they swarm in masses, then someone in the back could be protected. Is it a thinking flaw? It is, right? Because when that happens, and now I move some at the top, it just means some in the center gets through, because we have less firepower at the bottom. So actually I believe it doesn't matter if we put them all to the bottom or all to the top. Like, it's exactly the same story, because we are not wasting bullets. Like, just because I move them up here instead of down here, we don't magically have more bullets to kill more enemies. Okay, never mind, forget about that. I don't think it matters at all. Maybe I misunderstand something. There is definitely a reason for it if penetration reduces the damage when you penetrate, which happens in some games. Then you want to split them up, right? Actually, even then... No, you want to do it there. Yes. Upgrades. So, do we just go for penetration? I mean, why not, right? There's even more penetration. This is insane. Bonus fire range. I know this will be important on a future map, so I'm already gonna take that. We also have bonus shots. Isn't this amazing how we turn this gunner into an absolute titan? But it's laser time soon. I'm smelling... Well... I should probably take care of the other guy. That is the old second map, I believe. And what I'll do here is the same thing I did the last time. This one here is a very good choke point. Kind of, right? Like, I'm not saying it's a perfect one, but... well, maybe it's not that good. So we want to go straight down, but then you're wide. And then you go whoop, but that's fine. And honestly, I believe here we'll do exactly the same story, right? Just shoot, overlap, kill. Or do I have a thinking flaw? Because if they hit all at the same time, we may waste a lot. But then I don't hit this. What if we do this? Right? Like, we don't really want to overlap entirely. So we do this, then we do this. Oh my god, this is looking beautiful. Because it's cool if you have a humongous amount of firepower on one spot to kill all of the enemies. But if your bullets get consumed in that moment, just because for a moment it's too much and then they get through, that's actually an issue, right? So you want to... this will be fine. This will be fine. Don't worry about it. I will assume there are more towards the top that get through, right? Because they go like... bloop, 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 bounce, bloop, right? Let's see if that happens. Oh my god. Okay, so they're doing it. Bloop, bloop. And now they go bloop. Bounce. And bloop. Right. I mean, is that exactly the path that I've drawn, or is that exactly the path that I've drawn? And isn't this amazing? Like this fluid simulator. Dude, this is working perfectly well. We already hit some enemies with our extra bullets that don't get to hit. And this way we thin them out that they don't appear all at the same spot. But yeah, I think that was my thinking flaw. Like, if you just have all in one line and that's it. If you get overwhelmed once, even though you may have enough firepower otherwise, if they were a little bit more split up, in that moment, they get through. So this makes a lot more sense. I like that. Dude, like, look at how many died down here. This would have been wasted bullets if I just put this straight. Now, to be fair, it could also be we have so much penetration and attack speed, they still wouldn't have gotten through. But you know what? Why theorize if we can just do it, right? And I will put them down in a way that they really don't overlap with any other part of the track, like here for example. And this is something I am really curious about to see if this works out the same way, but I guess the best test would actually be on a map where you lose, because then you can take a look at how many of them got through. But this is the test. Is the Wall of Doom enough to stop all of them? Or will they break through? Because now we don't kill anyone ahead of time. So sure, we may only add like 1 or 2 of them whenever they walk through because they don't die down here. But that may be enough to lose the run. Like okay. We have the proof. I mean, it's kind of obvious, right? Like, we're not surprised by that, but we wanted to have the confirmation. Dude, I'm actually gonna lose this if that continues. I mean, you've never seen me do exactly this placement, right? I don't think I've ever done that. I hope, at least. But I think this means I just have to be a little bit smarter about exactly how I place them. I would like to have the bonus damage here just to check out what's at the top. Okay, that gets really expensive. It's time for the laser. But here we have a little bit of a conundrum because I love the flamethrower. I think that thing is amazing. So I would really like to upgrade that, because the thing about the flamethrower is the moment you kill all of the enemies, reduce the number of kills needed to earn 1. What? Okay, I'm gonna grind money. I'm so gonna grind money. It's a 1% chance that orcs carry a bomb. That doesn't really make a difference, right? Because if the orcs get through and would kill you, like one tiny bomb doesn't change a lot about that. I guess it would be a bit of bonus money. That's how I could view it. But at the same time, I don't really want to... You know what, we'll do it. We'll spend it. There's an increase for the chance. There's a Tesla coil. I love those towers so much. I mean, the laser's also really cool because it bounces. We have a little bit of an issue. Okay, that's not what I meant by that. Oh no. Sure. You know what? I'll just put you... They always have a tendency to go to the top right, so we will just do this. Not the top right, but top right. You get what I mean. Then here, I will put down the laser. You will bounce, right? So I think I want to have you bounce there, that it goes like... kind of. Now, this is where it gets difficult. And I think this shot here should be decent. right? Because, yeah, there is no corner or anything on this map. Then I will also do the same thing here. I would say, do I stack them up though? Like, my brain is telling me it makes sense to stack them up because you definitely hold off the enemies, and doing these individual shots are not that good, but maybe I'm also just wrong. That's why it's good to always test this out, you know? So let's just do that. You know what? Yeah, I'll just cover all of these angles. Okay, that's a bad one. Or is that not good? No, this should be good. I think this should be good, right? What did I do with you? You get put here? Yeah, because if they bump into a wall, now we shoot them a lot. Because we expect that to happen, right? With this thing here and this thing here. But down here it seems to be a little bit more difficult to find good placements. So maybe... I think I will put a second one in here. Yeah, overlapping shots were never the problem. And then we will also put a second one in here. Good. And what do we do here? It's like, I'm not exactly sure. So maybe what we can do is... That's stupid, right? That's completely stupid. Let's do it. Let's just see what happens. This is like our tower that we can move around and do something else with. Okay, that was a bomb, but yeah, it's useless. So at the bottom is our weakest point. Which is kind of expected, because here we have one additional tower, but that tower is also sometimes useless and doing nothing. No, but you're really bad. Right, the bottom one was so much worse, but you would kind of expect that. Do we have an upgrade with more of the towers? But maybe we should just go for a bunch of lasers and see what happens then, right? So I will try something a little bit funky. And we know the majority of them will be in the center, right? Kind of, at least. And the funky part is, these are the bounces. I would assume on the orcs they also bounce. I mean, we don't need the bounce if it hits the enemies, right? Because the point of a bounce is to hit the enemies. Yeah, but this is not really working. Even with the bonus towers, I need more. Like, this flamethrower sucks. And the flamethrower placement here, here, and here would be perfect. So maybe I should focus on the flamethrower first, because the laser is unreliable. Like, look at the dude. He never stops shooting. The thing that I focus on right now, though, is how much I earn. So, you know, here we have the range. It is fairly cheap. But here's a little bit of a problem, and I'm not gonna make this your problem. Whenever I play games like these and I have economy upgrades, I want to go for them right away. That is not that fun for a fuel perspective, because all the changes from run to run is that I get more money. And while that's cool, nothing changes about the runs, right? So what I'll do is, I will farm up the money on my own, mostly. We'll take a look at it, how much we earn, because maybe that is at least interesting to see how much it goes up each run. But the rest will just be skipped forward. That was so fast. 187. Gain 113 bonus at the end of a battle. Okay, buddy. Oh, what about the blue flames, by the way? I honestly thought they would change this, but maybe in the next run. Oh my god, look at the blue flame. This looks amazing. But I just had a realization. So this is a Z bonus that we get, right? No matter how long the level is. And I have now an upgrade for the 113. And I was thinking that's a nice bonus, right? Solid bonus. It's good. But I'm currently playing against 2000 orcs. And my question is, why do I do that? If I always get the same amount of money, then who cares? And you gotta keep in mind that I can just press play again, right? There's like no big time loss if you go for the same run again. So let's take a look at this together. Should I move them a little? Honestly, it doesn't make a difference, right? Because the problem is we have to wait for all of them to spawn. Like, how fast we kill them pretty much makes no difference. It only makes a difference for the very last orc that spawns. Like, if we shot here, then he has to walk there. But that saves us like a few milliseconds, right? Like, we are not talking about a lot. It actually works out. 122. Oh my god, I found the cheat code. We just... Like, this stage is 5 times as fast played through as this. And on here we would have earned 300. On here, you just saw what we earned. But it's 5 times as fast. So if we earn half, but at 5 times the speed... We just multiplied how much we earn by 2.5 times just because we play on this map instead of the other one. Know that if this is totally balanced, by the way, there's absolutely no exploiting of this mechanic. That's perfectly fine. 175, play again. Let's go. Do you see how fast I can restart? So sure, that might be a little bit broken. But what about we get twice the amount? Oh my god, you barely go up in cost. I can just buy you all. Oh my god, no. Oh no. Oh no. I need 3 rounds to get that money. And if it keeps going up that little bit, do you understand how fast we buy all of these? 699 to get 339. I again have to do only 3 rounds. You know, the way... oh no, this... Dude, I'll be filthy rich. Like, you understand how fast the run is over, right? So how much do we earn now? 446. Isn't that... Wait, isn't that more than half of what we need? No. Well, but we'll still be able to afford it because we had some leftover. You know what? Let's take a look at this one again, right? Because we also kill it very fast. And we just saw we got 446, I believe. And we know this one here takes 5 times as long. So now we can compare the values right next to each other. Now, to be fair, it could be that this area here spawns more orcs because it's wider. But if we have a significant difference in how much we earn, then it's still better to go to the other stage, right? Like, this clearly doesn't spawn 2.5 times more of the orc. How did you just do that? We earned like 150 more. This is so not worth it to play here. Like, it's not even close. Bam. Oh my god, you don't go up in cost at all. Like, it's just getting cheaper for me. I need less and less rounds to complete this. So we earn 780 now. I did 2 runs. And with 2 runs, I can already afford this. Okay, this one will take a little bit longer at least. Wait a second. Why am I buying this one? This one gives me 300. Why? I have that money! You cheater! How much exactly do we earn now? I actually don't know it. So we need 1,500, right? We just earned 1,200 in a single round. In a single round. This was a single round. It's a single round. Like, I can buy these upgrades after playing one singular round. Oh no. Oh no, Dex, what did you do? This is not good. This is not how you're supposed to play this game. And now we made 1.57k. You become more expensive, right? Like, the more we buy, reduce the number of kills needed to get this. No, but this is at the end of the battle. So, this is nice for the future when we kill like a humongous amount of them. But right now, we actually only care about this one. We just got the next upgrade after 1 round. Now, to be fair, we had leftover. Right, we only earned 1.9k. Only 1.9k. Only. So, can we take a look at maybe some of the upgrades that we have here, just to understand how much money we have? 100, 100, 100, 100. 194. Tower damage stats. You know what? This will be important. This is now the first round with everything maxed out. That gives us a Z bonus. And you can see that over here, the percentage works on the bonus. Oh my god. I thought the percentage is only based on this one. I didn't even look at that because that was obvious to me. It would be done that way. But you... We are not done yet. Okay, but that upgrade costs 7,000, right? This will take us many, many, many rounds to get there, right? Oh, we're on 2,800, so we just have to play 3 rounds to get the most expensive upgrade in this game. And that was it. And this is now the final amount that we're earning right now. So we have 2,000 plus 1,000. And even this one here is actually insanely high. But this shows how much we are supposed to earn, right? Like, but this is with the highest upgrade that the kills give more money. I'm talking about this one. We got 7 upgrades. So instead of every 20 kills, we get it every 13 kills. Now, this also means we can get a few upgrades down here, you know, like bonus range is very good. I like that. We need more of the towers, though. There it is. Okay. You know what? We got a lot less than what I expected. So maybe this is fine. Yeah, this is totally fine. Trust me. Trust that X. This should not be changed. This should stay exactly this way. So we have a... Oh my god. You get put here. Where did we have the bonus tower? I had it over here. I would say we put it to the bottom because they don't have the second flamethrower. And I think we want to have this diagonal, so it's the biggest travel path. And towards the end? Yeah, let's just see what happens, I would say. Right. Before we do anything else, let's just check it out. Okay. We need more damage on the fire. Like, it's nice that it reaches all of the enemies, but without enough damage, it kind of doesn't do that much, right? I mean, I say that we are borderline winning. I'm not saying we will win, but borderline. Or do we win? Okay. This is the power of the flamethrower, by the way. Like, I'm just saying. I did lose, but we still earned 3 wins. Hey, we got 100 out of the kills, right? That's a lot of money. We needed that. So longer burn duration means they take the damage for longer. Ticks per second is, I believe, the burn ticks on the enemies. But what we really need is damage. Yeah, look at this. Like, our base damage was 0. We don't need another tower right now. Like, in the future, we'll take that. But right now, we don't even have enough slots to really put them in. Oh my god, plus 1 silver per kill. Oh, silver orcs gift bonus. Yeah, that's insane. That's crazy money. You know what? I'll actually farm for that. I want to maximize all of the money that we can potentially get. So now I would assume this is enough. Like, they probably don't even get past this. They do. Okay, but they don't get past this, right? Yeah, they just all burn. Did you see that? And this is the longest they'll survive, most likely. Okay, you got through, but you didn't get through. Holy moly. No, he died. They are burning. Okay, so some of them get through, which I guess depends on how many of our towers hit them. Like how the bullets align. You also got through. But we are getting very close to beating this. Am I doing this wrong? No, the flamethrowers are in the perfect position, right? Yeah, we lost, but we earned a little bit of money. So I will give you more damage. Then I would say we'll give it more ticks. That should actually be really good. Bonus duration is also nice. Right now, I just want to maximize our damage. But the laser, I don't think that is a good placement at all. It's just we haven't upgraded it, you know. So I'm like, you know what? If you hit something, you hit something. Cool. If you don't hit something, you don't hit something. Doesn't make a difference, actually, because you suck. But the moment we upgrade this, especially the range, so the bounces become more insane, I will make sure they're in a good position. Hopefully. Hopefully, you know, there's always a hopefully in there. Oh my god, one of them managed to get through. Really? So there were a few more of the big ones that managed to get through. This map is quite difficult, I gotta say. But I think we solved this by finally upgrading our gunner a little bit, you know, to give them more damage. I don't think we need penetration. I think the only thing we... Okay. Okay. Oh, you're just maxed out immediately. That's good. No, I like that. Did we beat the last stage? I thought we died. But apparently not. So what I'll do is, I will do my cross pattern here again. Oh, but I should put you to the bottom, right? Because then we make sure that no matter where they are, we kind of have the same result. And that is the only thing that matters. And we'll do the same thing over here. I would assume here we are stronger, because we have 2 of the flamethrowers. But this should make sure that we win. So here we see the damage. The gunner is by far the strongest. The what? Oh, but is that the total damage? Wait. Really? I thought the flame would be insane. There's no... Well, right, it doesn't actually deal that much damage per shot. I wonder if they count overkill damage. But I don't think we one-shot the enemies with this guy, so it wouldn't actually have a big impact. How is this so insane? I know I upgraded these a lot, but like not 10 times more. That is weird. Increase all damage to burning orcs by 5%. Yeah, 5% is cute. Bullets have a 10% chance to penetrate burning enemies without consuming penetration. That is interesting. But as I said, we'll... Okay, this is really expensive. But you already know what we'll do whenever we have a money problem, right? Oh, hey, we have a little bit of money. Wait, that's actually a lot of money. Like, okay, wow. I have this much money. And yours... Oh my god, the silver orc sucks. Right? Okay, it's a bonus of 4 silver. So that's not bad. But for a chance of 3%, that is not worth it. Another 3.1k is in the bag. And yeah, here you can see... I mean... It's actually not that bad, because this is the base value, right? And sure, here it's not a lot, but in the future we'll face a lot more orcs. And if it's the same ratio, we actually more than double what we earn. And this here is quite a big difference to like how much we get. I'm just not sure if it's worth the money. And I farmed up a bit more money, but I want to take a look at the map that we have to take on. Okay, it's you. When you hear me say it's you, that just means I've already encountered this map on the demo version. I think I will place them behind each other so they don't have that much overlap. But I do believe we want to have a little bit of overlap, right? Because this way we make sure that something dies. Or maybe not. Am I just wrong? No. I would say this is good. And now I will place 2 of them a little bit further back. Would that actually help? I mean, I would assume so, right? It gives them burning time, but I don't think I'll burn them down there. So here's where they spawn. Here we have a choke point. That means I will burn them, and we try to hit as much as possible with this. We will also put one down here, but do we have enough range? Yes. I guess this makes the most sense. I think over here was always the most difficult part, so I will put another burner here. The issue with the burning is you don't want them to burn when they hit the next tower, right? So that is where it's a little bit difficult. I think this will be good though. And for the laser, you will help out over here. And this way you'll bounce against this and go up, right? And you know what? I'll just mask that. Bam. Perfect. So let's take a look at this, if it works. Yeah, okay, I need to upgrade the lasers, but this is why we have bonus money. For now, we are just looking how strong we are and how it works out, like what we are missing. Burning damage is always good, and they burn forever. Holy moly, but 0 of them died. No, okay, a lot of them died here. 800. So a lot of them get burned. But do we have enough firepower after the burn to protect us? Do I think this is just working out? Like, I don't want to jinx it. I really don't want to jinx it because... No, but there can't be more. Like, there's a limit of how many enemies can be next to each other, right? I mean, technically, they could bundle up even more than they are doing right now, which actually looks like they are doing here. You see how they get thrown off, and then they will walk back in, so it's bigger. But I don't think it's enough of a difference, like, we'll just straight up win this. Okay. What? You gotta be kidding me. One tiny one got through. Please tell me someone else gets through, or otherwise I'm mad. Yeah, here they are also bundling up. I mean, I could shoot in, but listen, I deal 0 damage. Okay, more of them are getting through. But we have 12,000 money. Like, we didn't use any of that. So... we'll be a little bit stronger. And by a little bit, I mean... we'll be a lot stronger. Bonus burn damage. I will take the range, but that doesn't really... Okay. Okay. No, this is fine. This is totally fine. Increase all damage to burning orcs. I wonder if burning deals more damage, right? Because that is all damage. But maybe I should just give some love to this guy. You know, just a little bit. Bonus range is needed. Now they can finally shoot over the entire stage. Where's your... did I max out? I guess I maxed out your damage because I don't see any of that. +1 laser tower will also be helpful. And now that we have more burn, I wonder if we can do this in a better way. I'm also considering putting the laser towers up here, to be honest, because that is where we need the help. You know what? I think that makes a lot more sense, because adding another burn tower up here doesn't matter. If the enemies can't get burned because they're already burning, right? So we just want to have the laser tower to help out. And here I will add in another flamethrower, like here. That should work out. Wait, but you know what? I have so many of them now because we are so filthy rich. I'll just overlap them. It's fine. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but we are just doing it. Then we'll add one here. I don't even know where to put in the last one, you know. I mean, there should be a lot of enemies coming through here. They do split up, right? But this means here are less enemies. Here it's combined from the split up and this side. I don't think they'll get past the flamethrowers. Oh god, they're still burning. But it refreshes it at least, you know? Yeah, do you see how long they burn? Oh my god, the burn is forever. Like, when they get down here to the next flamethrower, they're still burning. So I think I could remove this one here entirely and put it over to here. We'll do that if we lose, but I got a hunch, a very strong hunch, we'll not lose this. 3 of them are not enough. Look at the damage numbers. I mean, hey, it may not be perfect right now because I underestimated how long we burned them, but do you really think they'll get through here with the bonus range so we hit over the entire area now? Like, I'm just I just feel sorry for them. Like, I feel completely sorry. Oh no. What are they supposed to do? I swear someone told me there's a way to speed up the game for these long rounds. Let me try to click every single button. Yeah, I don't think there's a button to do that. And I may actually mess up my recording. Maybe the number hotkey. No. Oh yeah, we casually won while I was trying that out. So that's good. We have shown the flamethrower a lot of love, I would say. It's Tesla time, right? Like, come on, we have to do that. That is like the coolest one in there. I really hope it's not a big disappointment. We'll go for 4. We could go for even more. No, let's go for attack speed. Bonus damage is also important. Bonus range, probably you have more jump. I want to help out this guy. The problem is just, you know, favorite child and stuff. There's only one of them. Okay. Interesting. So if I... No, this actually doesn't matter all too much. I mean, I'll do it this way, but I don't think this makes a big difference. Then we will also burn down here. Oh no. Can I place that in a... I mean, the flame always goes out a little bit further than what it looks like. Like, we definitely want to have this here, right? I would say. Like, one of them. Like this. Oh my god, that is flawless. But don't hit a wall or otherwise the burn is gone. So you now have 2 of them. Can we get another spot in for this guy? Yeah, it's not perfect, but that should be fine because they'll go downwards. They may actually all end up here. Yeah, I can't really move it. Let's just hope it works out. Now for here, this is where it gets really complicated, right? And maybe what I'll do, this will waste a little bit of burn, but still hits a humongous amount of them. Wait, here's the exit. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Okay, this changes a lot. Yeah. Just, yeah. Okay. You may notice I'm not the happiest about this solution, right? There is another way, which would be, I just say, we put down a couple of burns here, and the only intent is, we will make sure that they all die, so I have to put 0 effort into defending this, right? We just remove 1 lane. By investing more of the flamethrowers, you're an AoE, and you will probably zeke out your target. So I would say we put 2 here. And then... here? No, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's actually perfect. Next up, we have the laser. So the issue with the laser is... this would take away all of the spots where I want to put these guys, you know. That is the only thing that bothers me about that. And since we know the lasers are not really upgraded, I don't think we care all too much. Wait, I have the perfect spot for the lasers. Okay, you'll see it in a second. First we'll do this. Can I shoot back there? Oh my god, does this actually work? I think this will work. Some of the bullets may get stopped, but most of them should actually multi-hit the enemies like crazy. This is perfection. Dude, I love this. Yeah, yes, we are shooting all of the bullets in one spot right now, which is probably not the best way of doing it. But it should be enough because we have such an overwhelming force of damage. And maybe one of them I'll put like this, because this is still defending the upper area, but if someone gets through here, they still get hit by it, right? Then we will put the last gunner tower in here. Don't hit the walls, because otherwise the bullets are gone. Good. And the lasers, we will just put them here. Wait, actually I should do it like this, right? Because I think we can double hit the enemies with the bounce back of the laser, but I'm actually not sure about that right now. But let's just hope that's true. Now that I think about it, that shouldn't be true. Because it's just one... it could be true. Let's just start the battle and see what happens. Oh my god. So this is the most important part. Do the burns. Okay, they stop burning. That is very good. Do you stop burning? Why are you so fast? Okay. I guess we will upgrade the Tesla coils a little bit, you know. I want to give the other ones a little bit of love, not just the gunner all the time, but at the same time I'm also not sure what to do with this. The burn is definitely too late, but it's hey, you don't hit the entire thing either way, right? So where are the most enemies coming from the top, and they are still burning when they get here. Yeah, but there's just no good way of doing this, I believe. I could do something different. Why am I not doing that, right? We shoot a few towers back here to thin out the enemies. You will pick off the stragglers. Then we will use you to shoot here. We will use you to shoot here. But that makes the flame... No, make leftovers, right? And you will shoot here instead. You will also shoot over here. This is like our last hold, where we shoot more just to hope we definitely hit them. I don't recall how the center was working out, if that's good or bad, but I know I can move you over a little bit. Then we also just want to hit them as early as possible, so that placement was a little bit odd. But we want to make sure that you get hit. And that means I can also move you a bit up. Then, what happened with you? I mean, I think diagonal may actually be better, right? It's like, maybe. But what we have to take a look at is how it works out down here. I think we just need more firepower. Yeah, there are like so many enemies spawning. In comparison to all of the other lanes, we have 6 of them, right? Here only 5, here 4. So we need more firepower behind this. But maybe we can... Oh no, that is way too much focus on the bottom. I didn't know that there are like no enemies going down here. Yeah, that was already it. The center is also struggling. We have a lot of issues right now, surprisingly. +1 damage for 2000, but that is +1 damage, you know. That is actually quite a lot. +1 penetration. I mean, that could help us out. I don't think it helps all too much, but it could help us out. I should also go for the lasers a little bit. 5. How many bounces can you have on this? So where am I going wrong? I would say we'll move this guy up here, right? Yes, we don't need that many down here. The problem is we don't have burning down here. That's why I wanted to have more of them. This should work better. And I should shoot this guy into here, but that's not really what I wanted to do. And honestly, I don't even know if they get through. So we can pause the game, by the way, to take a look at this, how it plays out. This I like. You are dying. As long as they consistently die before they leave. Okay, some of them get to leave. These definitely get to leave. What is happening here? I think many of them just didn't reach the limit. But I believe I should exchange some of the gunners. But first, we'll go for this guy. It's about time that we do this. But it's not even our main defense. Bonus meters. I mean, hit them from earlier, sure. Bonus shots is also nice. Do we have anything else? No. So what I'll do is, I will remove one of these guys to help out over here. To thin them out. And I will actually also shoot in here. To hit as much as possible. Why do I have the fire down there? Let's put it here, right? They die. They are clumping up here is the thing. So what I'll actually do is... I will burn here because they get stuck, so we may even re-trigger the burn. We only have 4 of them, so 8 of them are down here. I think the difference in turrets is kind of insane, right? We only have 4, yeah. Okay, you're helping out there though, and you're also helping out in the center. Good. I think. Maybe I viewed a laser wrong, because I view it as an AoE turret, like the fire, for example. Okay, you're not quite strong enough. But it's working out a lot better. But down here, we still don't have enough. How's it looking here? Yeah, you're more than fine. How's the burning? I think a majority of them gets burned, but also not really. +1 damage, that is insane. It's also very expensive, right? But it could mean that we one-shot the enemies, because 5 to 6 is a big difference. Let's also go for the attack speed. Like, come on, it's a base turret. And next up, we'll focus on the Tesla. I still feel like I should remove one more, which sounds insane to me. But if I put that here and shoot upwards, that doesn't really work out. No, we have to move this a little bit like this. That also doesn't really work out. Let's move it a bit backwards. You know, like I need to pass through both walls pretty much, like this. And then we move you here. That is perfect, right? I don't think that hits a wall. I think this is a shadow, the black stuff. Then we have to fire over here. Yeah, let's try it out. We still have the problem that they get through the center, but that is just a few laser upgrades. Now, I would be really surprised if this worked out. Oh my god. Oh, what? Whoa. How are you hitting the wall? I mean, but that is illegal. We will change this to the top, because there are 3 here. And then we need to move this in a way, like this. Let's check this out. Oh. This is insane. Like, the game is straight up lying to me. This shouldn't actually hit the wall, right? Like, you agree. This just shouldn't hit the wall. Okay, we did it. Is there any other scenario like this, like here? Oh my god, like... I mean, you really don't know about this unless you pay close attention to the stuff. So I will also move this over. That also means you will not work. But I mean, that is fine, right? That also means you will not work. Let's put you... It's like, I don't know. Maybe I can do this. That's not perfect because I wanted to shoot in here, but better than nothing. Okay. So now our fire is maxed out. It has a little bit less reach, but this is where like less enemies are. Here are 3 lanes, there are 2 lanes. So now the majority actually does get burned. I hope. Then we have the burn here. We have all of the bullets in here. You're wasting your shots down there, but that's fine. How are we actually killing all of the enemies here? Is it just a lightning one because there are less enemies? So a burning here would be quite good. I need more support for the laser turrets. I don't even know why the flame is not enough. Like, we have so many flame towers there. But it's not even close to being enough. So we will give you more shots. We will give you more damage. We will give you... more damage, I guess. More laser towers. You know what? Let's get the laser towers in. I have a feeling, a hunch. The laser towers will be really good on the left side. But one thing we have to do is... I need to move 1 flame tower over to here. And this is where it gets difficult. But I think this flame tower here isn't very useful. That is perfect, right? Because here they get clumped up and stuck and wait forever. Then we will also say we'll have a bounce here. Then I will have a bounce over here. Good. And just making sure that they actually kill the enemies, I'll have a bounce there. Look at this. Okay, this is what I meant when I said I view them as AoE. This is kind of insane. Okay. The laser's doing work. The burn is doing work. They are whirling. This is the whirlwind that we were expecting. They keep on getting burned. This is now enough for right now. But let's see what happens when more of them get through. Okay. Keep in mind they're still burning. One just got shot out. Like, one of them exploded and shot the dude into the exit. You somehow always manage to hold up. Like, I remove more and more of you and you somehow hold up. I don't understand this. But I guess it's one choke point, right? And we don't have that down here. I don't even understand how the lasers are not holding up. Like, I expected them to be the most insane one. But I would say that was a humongous improvement on the placement, right? Yeah, you didn't let anyone through. It's like, I honestly, I don't understand what's happening here. How that works out. Because these ones here, they don't even get hit by the burn. So... yeah. How do they survive this much burn? That's insane. Right? But we made 8,600, which is kind of crazy. So I would say... I want to go for more damage on these guys. Why is that so much damage? Okay. There's 1 laser tower. We don't need that. I will go for bonus shots to make sure they hit often enough. More travel time is actually insane. There's nothing else we can do. We still have this currency, but you know what? I'll keep this until the end of the game if I don't do anything. So we'll make them take more damage. Oh my god, you can increase it. Of course you can increase it. Why didn't I think about that? Right. So that means everything else is dealing more damage. I should have gotten this ages ago. I mean, no, there's no excuse. I should have gotten that ages ago. So let's see how this plays out. Maybe these guys are just weaker. You know, on this side here. They're just weaker. Doesn't make any sense if that would be the case, but I feel like it. Okay, you guys die. Maybe I just need more penetration on the gunner turrets. The thing is, you may say, duh, obviously Dex, you should have done that, but we have a lot of different upgrades we can do. And technically speaking, to all of them, you can say, duh, right? And this makes this... But that is also the fun about these games, that sometimes you get stuck in doing one thing. And when you finally found the... How did I lose one? It was one of these guys here getting through. I can't believe it. I actually can't. But I saw the guy, but I was like, heal, burn. Nope. Nope. We actually lost the HP because of these guys. But there's no way that I've upgraded these so much and they are still bad. Like, I refuse to believe this. This is actually insane. Right? Like, how much more can you do for someone and they still suck? But this time, we'll beat this. There is no way you'll survive these Is my laser positioning bad? I also don't think so. I still don't know if the same bullet can hit the same guy multiple times after it bounces. And yes, that is like a thing in games. Like, each game does this differently, how that works. But I would say there's like a 70% chance the same bullet can hit someone multiple times. So I should actually let them hit straight into the wall so it bounces back and forth. We have like a like a laser shield, a laser field. It's like a door with lasers, you know, and when you go through, it's like, and you die. Oh my god, our fire towers are cracked. Our laser towers are also really good now. Like, they are catching up. The Tesla coil doesn't deal that much damage, but we only have 4 of them, right? But to be fair, we have 5 of these, but we have upgraded like a... Seriously? Seriously? That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. You don't make me wait. Bullets have a chance to penetrate. I may be underestimating this, like how good that effect actually is. It's only a 10% chance, right? But we can upgrade this by 40%, so it's 50%. You know what? That's the thing. I could have another tower that I can't afford, either way. Welcome. Oh god, oh god, oh god, this is a difficult one. So, if we go through the path, right, there are a few choke points where we can burn the enemies. One is definitely here in the big... Well, the fire always goes out a little bit further than what it looks like, okay? Then we have one here, that is a given. Then we have one here. One thing we always have to consider for the burning is... It takes a lot of time to burn the enemies, and maybe what I'll actually do is this. Right, because they'll get stuck on the corner. That should be good. But yeah, burning takes time to burn the enemies. So we want this kind of early. Here's another very good choke point. Then here's another one. Hey, the enemies are split. There's actually not a good one. Okay, I'll put you down here then. Right. Oh, but some of these will get over here. Let's first see what it would look like in the current plan. So we have 2 of them left, right? And that means we could use 2 burns. For example, here. And then one over here. Because now we cover everything the same amount. Like, if they go through here, and then here it's 2. If they go through here, and here it's 2. If they go through here, and here it's even 3. Hey, that's even better, right? So we have a good focus on the center. I just don't like that this doesn't work out with the range. But it should work out. I think they'll all get burned. For the shocking, I would say... You're good, but we already are very strong in the center. But the shocking will make sure that they die. Because these are the most dangerous ones, right? Like, they get to escape. And you know what? I will actually double up on this. So I use less of the other towers to protect this area. I would say that makes sense. Then we have the laser. And I will actually shoot that straight into the wall to have this Doom of Death, the Door of Death that I was talking about. And the laser seems to have infinite pierce, so I don't think there's a reason to be concerned about that. It's not like the bullets that get used up, right? Okay, this should be good. Maybe, oh, that could actually bounce in a weird way against here and go off like that, but it doesn't really matter. Like, I think that will still be fine. And then I have a bonus one. Can I? Sure. Why not, right? Why not? You know what, then I'll put you here though, because that's a little bit closer. And then you shoot out. Yeah, this is sure, why not? Now we know burning gives a bonus chance for penetration. And we are already protecting here. I would still say it is smart to put at least 1 turret onto this. Right, because we have a lot of defense, but the Tesla coil isn't that strong. So we'll do the same thing here. Then I would say we make... a base defender like this. This is pretty much just to make sure that the stragglers get killed, and that is the easiest one to place down. Then we'll do one over here to the corner here, because they may bounce against that a couple of times. Then I will place one right behind the Tesla here to over here, so they start overlapping a little bit and help out each other. And we'll also do the same thing over here. Good. Maybe I should have more at the end, because these are really our last defenders. If something goes wrong here, we have a problem. Nice, that should work. And with the remaining 2, I would say we'll actually do this. Right, because this is, again, the one that hits, like, early and thins them out. That they don't, like, ball up too much and become too big. Dude, I love that this is so symmetrical. Okay, but don't go too close to the wall. We have seen that. Alter Schwede, I just copied the design 1-to-1. Let's see how it works out. Holy moly! This is what I was hoping for. Look at this laser door of doom. These ones need to be moved a little bit, I would say. But holy moly. Wait, what? Who's doing that? Someone is weird. Okay, I wish I could slow down the game, to be honest, because I want to take a proper look at this. So, these ones are killing a lot. These ones are also killing a lot. Okay, this is working as hoped for. The laser coil needs to be upgraded. I think that is right now a big downside. Right, that they are not strong enough to deal with the enemies. I can just zoom out. Like, why am I not zooming out? Well, I wanted to zoom in to see what happens, but I have a hunch. We are doing this. Okay, the laser is actually killing stuff. It has 38 damage, forget about it. This is good. For us, this means the enemies didn't get there yet. The moment this number starts going up consistently is the moment we should get concerned. Because it could mean the enemies are bundling up so much because of this liquid physics that exists here, that eventually a storm comes in. You know, where they overflow an area. But right now, I mean, I could put a burn here. Do you see how they whirl around? And I could also put a burn technically here. Now the downside or the problem is, if I do that, we are losing other burns. But maybe I could... No, I can't move these. These are too important. And I need 2 of them, though. I could remove this one. And then this one. And put them here and here. But there's so many enemies that try to get through here, right? And then I weaken my... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I mean, the lasers are holding up. I gotta tell you that. Look at the burn damage. If anyone is saying the burn placement is bad, dude, we have 500,000 in damage. Right, we have all of the choke points taken care of. Maybe this one isn't that perfect. But there's no good other way. Like, I'm not gonna place it down here. And they have, like, this path, this path, this path, this path, right? Dude, we almost won. I think the problem is there are too many that get through here. And because of that, they overload these. And then they manage to get out. Can you just surrender? Oh my god, like there are always these stragglers left that you have to wait forever and it's not worth it because it's like a little bit. Okay, so I think these guys are good. I think I want to give these maybe 1 more penetration. We have so much money. I also want to give them a little bit of attack speed. Oh, oh, wait, you're 900 for the same amount. Okay, I get you twice. Plus 1 damage, I want that, but it's kind of expensive. Like a lot expensive. For the Tesla coils, we need to bump them up. The only issue... Wait, does it work in the center? It works, right? Oh my god, another Tesla tower. Okay, bonus shots, bonus damage. Shocked enemies will run into the wrong direction for 1 second. Sounds cool. Sounds to me like an infinite loop where we just wait forever until they finally die. But this is what I want to do. But is it a good idea? Because here we still hit the bottom guys, right? So maybe what I should actually... No, but we want to focus on these. But if I put that here, it will also hit those back here. Like this. Is that smart? Probably not. Let's be honest, probably not. Okay, so I placed the 2 laser towers here, the Tesla. Now, my current understanding is, in the area, whenever they strike, if there's an enemy inside, they will strike the enemy. If there are multiple enemies, it will strike a random enemy out of those. Okay, that's exactly what they do. Good. And this is what I wanted. One problem could have actually been that these enemies coming from here to strike the Tesla tower, and then it sometimes randomly strikes them instead of these. Which sounds good, right? Because we stopped them, but that also means these guys overload us, walk out, and then we can't deal with them anymore at all. Here's 1 laser tower that is a little bit drunk. Maybe I should have adjusted that. Yeah, there's someone who's weird, but I think that is this one over here. That just sometimes goes into the corner here and then goes... You know? But so far, so good. We have killed 15,000. There are 15,000 alive. They are still spawning. What? What is actually going on with these? Can we do this? Can we hold them off? Wait, what is this one? Enemies waiting? Enemies... Oh my god, there's still so many enemies waiting. Yeah, so our Tesla... Man, I hate saying it, but this thing sucks. Right? You deal 30,000 damage. Like, how much more am I supposed to invest into this to make it good? It's not worth it. The flame is insane. And I need to upgrade the bonus damage to burning enemies for sure. The laser... The problem with the laser is it's a very focused one, and I might be using it wrong, that I should be using it on a long corridor. But if the theory is right, that the bounces can hit multiple times, it's like an instant burst tower. Like, you consolidate the power into one spot, and that is where it gets a little bit problematic, you know? I mean, did we just do it? We literally just got Tesla coils and a bit of upgrades for that, and that was it. We did it. This is perfect. Hey, you can say what you want. This is perfect. Right, I can shoot. I actually forgot about that. I'm glad I clicked. Man, these stragglers can get really annoying. Finally. 6,500. Oh my god. Right. I totally didn't forget about that, by the way. That we have a bonus flame tower that we can get. Shocked enemies will run into the wrong direction. I mean, you know what? I'm fine with that. It's not that great, but it's okay. I should have also bumped up the damage of the Tesla a while ago. Now we can get one more weapon. I hate the mortar. I don't like this one as well. It is a very... You know what? We'll go for the mortar. I will redeem myself. People really didn't like how I used the mortar. The thing about the mortar is it has knockback. So, logically speaking, right, a big AoE boom, you would put this into the center here, that it hits as many enemies as possible. But let's say, for example, we can cover this area until here. Then putting the mortar here to throw back the enemies that they can't get through is also, in my opinion, a valid strategy. But people really didn't like that I did that. I still think it makes sense. You know, for me this is logical. The good news is, I make the rules here. So, I'll do it again. I mean, I'm not saying I'll do it again every single time, right? It has to make sense. That's when I do it. Okay, I hope none of these are actually hitting the walls. That is my only concern. But we have covered all of these. This may not be the best way of doing it, but my thought process is they will probably overflood, land here, right? And this is why I position them downwards, because the enemies will all move downwards. So we burn more of them, and here is probably where they bundle up a lot. Now I will admit, this map looks really hardcore, right? We have a lot of the Tesla coils, and I feel like these spots here, they are made for them. Because they single out specific enemies and strike them and bounce. So this should be good. Now the center is very dangerous. But we have a lot of lasers. And maybe what I'll do this time is I will make more use of the bounce. Oh, but if the bounces multi-strike, do you understand how insane this would be inside of here, right? Oh my god. So I think these ones here, they will be the most difficult ones. So what I'll do... To the people that hate me doing these bounces, they'll absolutely hate this. No, but it's diagonal, so they will bounce a little bit and hit them repeatedly, okay? It's not completely lost. And we know they don't, like, hit an enemy and bounce, so this is the only way how we can really make use of that. No, you go here. Yes, perfect. Is there a good bouncing spot down here? That you bounce against the rock somehow and it goes like, bloop, bloop? I don't think so, right? Like, there could be one that works in, like, a kind of way. But we are not here to do kind of ways. We are here to do hardcore ways. Honestly, I think what I'll do is I will just let this play out to test out how things are going right now. Because I need to know where the enemies are mostly coming from. But it just looks like they'll beat me, right? Yeah, okay, so the theory was right. That is the good part. Okay, the theory was right. The problem is, I somehow have to take on this. So you guys will go here, and I will put 2 of them down that we penetrate enough, but not close enough to the wall that they get broken when they rotate. So another one here. Then I would say we'll do another one here. This one was also very weak, even though we have the laser. So I think all of these just need at least 1 support, right? The part that I hate about this is, technically speaking, we do have 3 exits down there, so I could also just focus on the exits. But we don't really have that much range. And this is where it gets difficult. I will put the mortar here, but there's a good chance that I'll remove it again because of the knockback it gives. Because if we knock away the enemies out of this thing where we keep on burning them all the time, that would actually be horrible. Then we have 2 more, and just to make it symmetrical, I will actually put them down here to catch off the enemies. I would actually prefer to just leave this one here open entirely, so we can see if it, like, the whole thing works out for the rest at least. But we have 2 more Tesla towers, and I would say... Can I hit both of them? I mean, hitting both of them is bad, right? Yeah. I want the Tesla here. This looks weird, but I just wanted to distract us and then also bounce, because from here, I would assume the bouncing can get inside of here. So we start down here to deal with those that are left over, but then it goes and goes in here. That may be very optimistic, but you know, I'm a very optimistic person. Then we'll also use the burn. And for this, I will put you straight up, right? That makes the most sense. I'm starting to hate this explosion more and more and more. But here, I will push it in here. That's also not good. Hey, it's fine. And then we have one more laser, which, yeah, you know, let's go. Yeah, that's exactly my fear. Hey, but the main point is, we're just looking at how things are working. Okay, so these guys get through. That is not good. Why are getting so many through here? And, well, also some are getting through here. But this one is bad. This laser. Is it a laser problem, though? Or is it just a getting flooded problem? Okay, one got through here. How is the bomb doing? Okay, you know what? That's fine. Yeah, I think I need to move this laser a little bit. So the lasers are tighter, right? Technically speaking, we don't want a single laser to go out like this, because it means we are wasting them. But that's also easier said than done. Do we have +1 Tesla somewhere? Not really. Like, we have one here, but that is 11,000, you know? I don't really want to pay that. And maybe it's about time that we bump up this guy. Right? Oh, these are all so expensive. Bonus range could be good. Bonus range should actually be really good. You have a lot of damage on you. You have the penetration chance, which I'm not sure about if that's worth it. Yeah, I will give you bonus shots or bonus range. Let's go for the bonus shots. And then we have also range on the Tesla. No, that is the laser. Okay, we saw some of these are not aligned properly. Yeah, that is way too steep. And this is also way too steep. What? I've missing laser turrets. We have 7 laser turrets. Okay. I will buy the next laser turret. And I will put this guy already here. That means we are weaker on this side. But that just means we have to farm a little bit of money to make this work. You're also wrong. You're also wrong. I mean, is the laser that bad though when it goes out? I mean, this is a lot better now, right? Yeah, oh my god. I do believe they can get multi-hit by the same projectile. Maybe? Oh, it's actually really hard to see. So who's dealing how much damage? The gunner is by far the strongest one. The flame lost a lot, but that's just because of how we have to place them. Like, we don't have a choice about that, really. The laser is doing insanely good. The Tesla is just catching the strays, right? So it kind of makes sense that it doesn't have a lot of damage. The explosive orcs actually deal quite a bit of damage. The mortar, hey, we haven't upgraded it, right? You can't expect anything out of it. And right now we don't have the money to focus on that. How are you working out? Okay, we did lose, but we made a good chunk of money. But this is just really getting to the point where I'm not... damage? Okay. Meter. Then we have even more damage. Sure. Then we have another bounce. You know what? I'll do this. I'll turn them a lot over, that they really bounce hard. Like, we barely let them go forward with this, because they're just losing too much for me. Then same on here. Oh my god, that was really bad here. Yeah, these are really, really bad. Then here. And you... here. Okay. The issue is we can only get like one upgrade after a fight. If we get a good one. Oh my god. Okay. That is maybe a little bit too much. So each bounce definitely deals damage multiple times, because otherwise it wouldn't look like this. Right? I think we determined that. So I want them to shoot straight into the wall. And my door idea was actually correct. Like, it works, is what I mean. Now, if it is the most effective thing is the other question, but it definitely works. Yeah, you don't even get hit. We need another tower here. But for this, we just need +1 gunner tower, which I still have in the base that I can buy. And then these ones here will not get through. The question is, can we deal with another 15,000 enemies, right? We did lose with 9,000 enemies still waiting. This time we made 10,000, just for reference, by the way. This bonus here was 2,000. And we get 50% bonus, 3,000. So if I would just play the first map, Like, do you see how many kills we got here? The first map has 400 of them. Right? Like, you understand how fast I could grind money here. There's the gunner tower. You will protect us that we don't randomly lose. Do I go for damage on you? I mean, or bounce. Right? Because we have so much reach if we do that. Bonus penetration chance, sure. So that means we will turn them really crazy. That the left side hits this corner is right now the idea. Perfect. Then same for you. Hit the corner. The last thing we would want is that it actually leaves, right? So we have the gunner tower. I will place the gunner tower down here. This may not be enough to hold them off, but look at the fire that we are doing, right? The rapid fire. This should be good. I would assume. Oh my god. That may be a little bit too extreme. Like, sometimes I literally just have one beam because of all of the bounces. And then the attack speed may not be fast. Well, if the attack speed isn't fast enough, that just means we need more attack speed, right? On them. Because then they go all the time. Okay. We did lose, and they get through in the center, but this is kind of expected. Funny enough, most of them are coming from the top, though. Like, I expected down here we would have more issues, but we don't. It's at the bottom there. But to me, that just means more travel, more damage, more laser towers. Wait, you're actually not that expensive? I thought you were a lot more expensive, but you don't actually have attack speed. Oh no. Wait, that is the thing I'm missing. Like, I need attack speed. Is it a damage issue? Okay, I will change you a little bit, because I need them to cover a little bit more area, right? Like, I think we are happy with what we have, but we want this to bounce a tiny bit to catch those that already went through while we were not attacking. This should be good. How's it looking? Like, sometimes it will be thinner, sometimes it will be bigger. Wait, what did I do with these guys? Like, you're completely useless. What did I do with the gunner turrets here? Sometimes they just don't hit the enemies, you know? They walk to the side here. Same thing here. Kind of same thing here. Yeah, same thing there. Okay, so I need enforcements down here. I'm not sure how I would do that. Yeah, I'm actually really not sure. And someone is going out. So you're shooting outwards. That means I have to turn you a bit. This laser. Yeah, and then obviously they get through because there are so many down there. But we actually have multiple issues. It's not just one of them. So I will increase their fire rate. We could also go for range, but I think I will just be stubborn and go for fire rate. We don't care about more HP because our goal is to win. Is that worth it? Like, I actually don't want them to explode. Like, I think it's bad. So you were the one that went outside sometimes. Then you guys... like, this placement is horrible. What I could do is this. Because this way we still fire outside. Yeah, why didn't I do that from the beginning? This way we always guarantee we hit every single one of them. But we do fire outside. I feel like the double up on this was like the right idea. But it's just not doing what I hope it would do. And maybe I will put another one here. Right? Yeah, I think that makes a lot more sense. Now, you're dangerous because you don't have a laser. We just hope it still works out, because there are never a lot of enemies coming from there. But we don't have a lot of protection for this guy. Now, same for you. You get moved. Wait, what did I do there? Okay, I put them here, and then I shot like this. Good. Here. Then we shoot like this. Don't touch the wall. The wall is bad. Okay, all of them are changed. Maybe I should move the Tesla tower a little bit, like down here. But let's see what happens. Okay, I like the lasers. I was like, what is our laser doing there? But we have no laser there. Yeah, there are really not a lot of enemies going in. Like, here are a lot more enemies going through. The Teslas are doing an amazing job at bouncing. Oh my god, they already got through down here. I will just shoot this guy into the wall. The idea was if someone is there, they get hit. But yeah, this just means we are missing them sometimes. This time things are going a lot better, but we are still 17,000 away from beating this. And even if we beat this, we have to blade a couple of times more until we can fully beat it. The laser here is... I think I have to move this a little bit. Like, it gets too thin, and that is the moment the enemies get through. Yeah, now they get through down here, but only 7,000 are left. Like, we are getting really close to beating this. Holy moly. So first, before I do anything else, and I don't forget about it, you get moved a little bit. Then this one here, you will just shoot into the wall because, you know, efficiency is fine to sacrifice if it actually means you kill the enemies that you want to kill. Same for you. Same for you. We don't need to make it super extreme. Then we will give bonus range to the Tesla. Oh my god, the Tesla deals 0 damage. I never noticed that. Bonus jump, we actually don't need that, but there's even more damage. This sounds crazy, but this may already be enough to do the trick. No, they still don't have enough range. The range is the issue. But this time only 900 were left. We killed 31,000. Like, I'm telling you, we're getting close to it. Why do you deal so little damage? Okay. Laser travel distance. You know. Bonus bounces. I mean, yeah, sure. Right. We hit as much as possible. I needed the meters. Well, let's try this again. This is our first victory on this map. We did lose some HP down here. And I will say I am not exactly sure how we fixed that. I could add in another flamethrower. But I don't think this will change all too much. Instead, we will go for 2 Tesla coils to make sure that we can stop the enemies. Because there's one particular spot here where the enemies get through, right? Now, this Tesla coil, I don't hate it, but I don't think it does the most. If I put a Tesla coil here and one here... okay, I'll move you down. Go away. Oh, that's also not the best. I want them to be here, I would say. This way, we have a lot of overlap. We still have this dude to keep them off. This should be enough to do the trick. There are no more enemies spawning, and I think the assumption or the way I view the Tesla coil is, it's a little bit like a sniper gun in Bloons TD, right? Where the main point is they're supposed to pick off specific enemies that they can't escape. So I think it makes the most sense to have them at the end. Over here they would deal a lot more damage, right? And maybe this would actually be reasonable to mass them in this corner, so the other ones keep on flooding in. So there could be a solution. But the way we are using it right now is just to make sure no enemy can escape. And for that they are the best because they bounce. We don't have to rely on random hits. They will always land their hits. Shouldn't we have gotten the ball? No? This is where it gets a little bit difficult though, what I focus on, because I feel like I should go for the bonus damage. It just gets very expensive. There's also the other flamethrower that we are missing. Maybe I should go for the cryo beam, you know? Like, I'll do it. So, you called on orbital cryo beam. The thing is, I'll forget about this, and honestly, I don't even want to use it. Bonus range. Onwards to level 5.1. Oh god, you... Okay, so how long is our range? I think the last time I found a spot that actually covers the entire stage here. It doesn't look like it, but there are like only like a teeny tiny bit of enemies that don't get burned. So first we'll make sure all of them will get burned, right? That is the first thing. We still have a few of them left, so we'll put one here. You're the difficult side, right? Then we will put one here. That should be enough, but is that a long enough burning time is the question. I mean, this should be good. Okay. Now, the issue is, after this, the enemies will split up a lot, like many that go down here. Well, actually, they should... No, they will bump against us and split up. Let's do the most obvious flamethrower first. That doesn't work. But they will go around this corner, so they will walk into that one. Then we have another one here. This is an obvious one, and here's a bundle point, so that is nice. Then we have one more burn here. We need it early enough that they, you know, burn in general. Wait, but if the laser actually works with the bounces, if I cut this off with lasers, there is no one that can ever get through, right? Like, do I have a thinking problem there, like a logic problem? It will shift, but if I just double up on them like crazy, like all the time, the enemies get overloaded in the damage that they take, right? And then we'll also do one here that it goes like to the side there. Then here we will do the same thing. Nah, this doesn't really work, right? We need a straight line somehow. Like this, sure. Then we can also go for one here. This won't be perfect, but it's fine. So we have 4 here, we have 3 here, but this is like the master defense down there. Then for the Tesla, I would say you will again be a last defensive mechanism. I mean, I can just put some of them here, right? That should work. You know what, I'll just put one here, then we can see what happens. Then I will also put a burn. Oh, I don't like that. I think I will put the burn here. So it restarts the burn that we put on them here. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1. This is our problem, and also this is our problem, and they go over here. I mean, there is actually a really good spot over here to burn them, right? Like instead of here. That we say we burn them here. Do I have another burn one? Yeah, there. Then we will also burn them here. Or is that bad? No, we will burn them here. Then I would need 2 more. Which are these 2, right? Like this way we just guarantee we hit them. Perfection. Then we have the mortar. You know what, feel important, block these off a little bit. Then we also know when the enemies burn, we have a chance to get our penetration back. So I will put the tower kind of into the path of that, but that is easier said than done, as you may notice. Then I would say we'll make sure to get all of the stragglers down here. Okay, this should be perfect. Do I just want to filter out some of them? I haven't considered that. You know, that I shoot like this. That is one thing I didn't care about all too much when I played it the first time, and maybe that makes sense to, like, focus on that a bit more. Okay, let's just see what happens. We have the cryo beam. What? Oh, you have a limited amount of shots per round on it. I was like, why doesn't this have a cooldown? Like, I thought maybe it recharges once it's done. But no, you just have a limited amount. Okay, let's take a look at this though. I like this. They are all burning. These are not burning. That is bad. Because we want to hit them when they are burning. So I will move this turret over here and shoot into the burning area. This one. This one I have to move up and shoot downwards. This one is fine. And how's it going here? Yeah, honestly, the lasers are not working the way that I hope them to work. Like not in the slightest, actually. Let's give these ones more damage. The problem is that it's so expensive that I can't really afford that. Bonus penetration. And while I believe the idea with the lasers is kind of cool, I think I just want them to hit like as much as possible, that they get thinned out, and not only when they get here, right? But this is kind of epic. Maybe these guys are not good, and I should put them to the front, that they hit as many enemies as possible because they have so many bounces, but again, they're really good at picking off individually strong enemies. Though ironically, doing this in a completely different style than what I usually do could also be the problem, that I'm overdoing it, you know? Like, I'm changing too much up, and if I would just have more of the gunners back here, this may already be enough to kill all of the enemies. Like, instead of back here, where some of them die, but it's actually not enough to make a difference. If I just had them down here, we may be a lot better off. Okay, so the issue is this side. Why is the side so strong? Interesting. Bonus attack speed. Bonus damage. Bonus damage. Yeah, it was nice testing you guys. Like, I just don't think that was it. So, you know what? We'll do this. We'll do this. And we'll do this. Those are really long shots. The Teslas, I will actually put them up here to thin out the enemies. And maybe this Tesla is also not worth it, but there aren't that many enemies that get through, so it's kind of nice to have something that holds them up, right? But obviously, if the other side floods us and we lose to that, then it's not worth it. They're incoming. Dude, some of these are so tanky. So far, so good. Now it gets dangerous. Here's still, like, chill time. We don't actually care about this one down here at all. I think I'll keep the Tesla coils here. No, I think I'll move them away. I like this one down here, but this is overkill. Like, we need that over here. We need more fire defense power in the back here, right? Yeah, the Tesla coils are completely wrong, but honestly, there are so many enemies. This is our main issue. So, and now we get flooded over here. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. We did make 12,000 though, which is quite a bit. Bonus chumps. Bonus damage. Bonus damage. So these 2 Teslas, they'll leave. Then I will also switch these gunner towers that are shooting here a little bit over so they can hit a bit more. Right, because they are just meant to thin out the enemies, while the Teslas are the actual ones that are meant to last hit them. Okay, maybe this is easier said than done. It's like I don't know how to do this, to be honest. Let's take a look at it at this point, because this is also where the bottom lane ramps up. And the thing is, if I take this away to deal with them, but then they overwhelm us, we have the same issues, right? So here the laser tower is definitely a huge improvement to get the individual stragglers. Here we are still fine. Yeah, but there the laser is also just way better. Like here this is so big that our lasers are kind of random. Okay, one of them got through, two of them got through. A lot of them get through. Maybe I should just put the lasers all to the bottom, but I don't think that changes that much. Maybe I should remove one of the burning ones, like this one, to over here. Like taking away one in the start, I don't think makes any sense, right? Maybe just a bonus gunner tower. And then we shoot even more of them. Then I'll take you away. You know what? I'll stack them all together. This is how we'll do it. We still have this one here. You know what? No, we don't. We have them all down here. And yes, we have our ability that I could freeze them, but it's a very limited use. And if I need that just to survive, that doesn't mean we get to 50 health, right? So how's it looking with all of the lasers? The Tesla. I mean, they are so good, but I don't... like, aren't they supposed to hit like 10 enemies? I don't think this is 10, but then again, there are so many orcs next to each other. Maybe it is. Down here, we are fine. Yeah, down there, we are just always fine. I think I really need to stack the lasers a bit more up here. You know, they bounce more. What I did in the very beginning, I think that was correct. We are still at 50 health somehow. I'm not exactly sure how. But they are still 55. Oh my god, no, we can't do this. These are insane. Like, with the shocking chance to send them back again. Maybe I should put one here. No, but they are walking into the wall of bullets. Okay, a few of them got through. Yeah, I think we are very, very close to it. Especially because we have the last flamethrower. Then burn will be good here. Then we have also bonus damage. I will attempt to do the thing again that I did in the beginning. You know that it bounces more back and forth. Which does make them a little bit more limited. The issue is there aren't that many great spots to do this in, you know. Without them getting completely lost. And one thing we'll definitely do is... we'll put a burn here. I wanted earlier. We'll put a burn here. Right, because this is where the majority of the enemies are. I think we were just missing one flamethrower, and now we magically... well, maybe not beat it, like we're not at 50 health, but I think we'll get very far. Okay, so how's it looking? Currently it's not perfect, but keep in mind the more they ball up, the more they will push towards this side. Yeah, look at this, like almost all of them get burned. Though again, I could also do that here. I could just put it up. Like, you know, from down here to up here. But then... some of them will get through. The lasers are working a lot better this time, I would say. Maybe. The only issue I have is, optimally speaking, I would want the lasers, like the Tesla, to hit after the lasers. Because the lasers have unlimited hits. But the Teslas don't. So you don't want them to hit when the enemies are still alive. But I can't really change that a lot. I could move them up here and hope that I can get the diagonal right. But so far we are at full HP. Down here, it's just chilly melee. Maybe I will even move away one Tesla to over here. Like to up here, for example. Alternatively, I could move all of my gunners to the back and shoot in here now. Because we have the burn, right? That gives the chance for an additional penetration. Maybe. Oh, that could be really good. Yeah, and this shows now why I wanted to have the flamethrower here. Because down here is often a gap. We lost 1 HP. You had to do that, right? This is working. This is so much better. And we didn't change a lot. We did end up losing, but there were only 25,000 left, which is really not a lot, right? Like, I think we can do this. Do I want to you know what? I'll max out the penetration. Let's just do it. The bonus damage is next up. Then we have... what do you have? 1 bonus bounce. Sure. How can I change the lasers? In a way that they keep on bouncing. I don't think there's a good way for that. Like, I hate saying it. Then we will also move these back as much as possible. And our gunners, I will move them up. Because I want them to hit the enemies before the Teslas do their work, right? Yeah. There was a little bit of a thinking flaw, but now we have it. You get moved down. I could honestly remove one of these, but then I feel they start getting through a little bit. Also, why are you guys there? You guys should shoot there. I know there's like a final defense kind of tower that I have there. Like, that was the thought process. But same story again. The Tesla are supposed to be the last ones that hit the enemy. Okay, this is good. Okay, I think we got it. Like, if this is now worse, then we have a problem, because I have no idea how to reset it back to what we had before. My main concern is that the laser is now a bit too wild. Though, looking at this, some of them are a bit weird. Which is the one that goes out this far? I think it's the one that hits here sometimes. You? No. You, this one, goes here and then bounces down to here. Yeah, but that should be fine, I would say. Here's a really bad one. Like, this one here has to be changed. Oh, I'm shooting. Okay. Let's hope for the best. I do not want to jinx it, but we're on the last 10,000. There's no more bulking up that can happen. I think this was the right call to bundle them up. Like, look at this. Our Tesla towers actually rarely have anything to do, which is insane if you think about it, right? Like, with the other positioning, we didn't manage to kill all of the enemies, and now we don't even make use of 6 Tesla towers. And that was it. We did it. We now have the final tower, the cannon, which is really nice. As far as I recall, the cannon is pretty much like a gunner tower, but it has built-in penetration. But since this has penetration, it's kind of the same story, right? Though before we get any upgrades, we'll check out the new map, because this will be entirely new. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. So the first thing we obviously see is we have to... Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this doesn't work. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is really bad. Okay, then I'll place flame here. We have to take a look at how the enemies walk. And maybe we do that first, right? That we get an impression of that. There is not really a good way to burn all of them. Holy moly. Okay, that is good. I like that start. Then they go here. So here would be the next burn, but they bundle up so much that there's no way for me to burn all of them. But maybe we can make use of that here. This is all bad. Like, I want to put 2 here, but I don't think I can put 2 next to each other, right? They're too thick. Yeah, they're too thick. That doesn't work. I mean, maybe if I zoom in really far. Place them pixel perfect. This? Nope, I don't see anything turning green. Okay, so I just want to try out if I can do it with another tower. Nope. Okay, yeah. This will really bother my symmetry feeling. You know what? Let's do this. Yep. Then we will burn here, because we have seen they want to walk here, right? And there's just no better way of doing this. I could put it over here, but what we'll do instead is the assumption they will just walk through the closest holes possible, right? Like this. Like, I'm not claiming this is perfect, and we are definitely weak over here, but we have other ways to deal with that. This way we guarantee burns. Now down here, I think a guarantee is that we go for the Tesla, right? This is our last defense yet again, but we may not have enough towers, so I may have to remove some of them again. Oh no, this is perfect. It's exactly 9. Okay, that is good. And this is where it gets ugly. How much range do we have on this guy? Maybe it doesn't get ugly. Maybe it really doesn't get ugly. Because they're all burning, you know. So we get the bonus fire, like the piercing chance. And I will overlap this a bit. And by a bit, I mean a lot. Then we will also go here. Because we have seen they walk down here, right? Okay, good. This is also where it gets a bit spooky on where to place stuff. But I don't think they'll ever hit this wall over here. So I will shoot from the inside out. Like this. Okay, but let's put you to the furthest point. That should be it. Good enough. And you know what, for the laser? I'll just say you rotate like this. So it will hit to both sides eventually. This is like the best way that I can do to not get PTSD from looking at this, that it's not symmetrical. Kind of. How is our center strength? I think in the center we are quite weak. So it would be good to do something like this to make sure those that walk through get hit. But we may have to move this tower again in the future, because it just turns out we don't need that. But this way we cover like these sides, we cover the center, we cover this side. We have 4 of them left. Now, I will assume there will be some enemies that walk through here, right? Like, there must be some enemies that walk there. So we will block this off as well with a little bit of overlap. Perfect. And now we have 2 more, of which I would really like to shoot into the center. Again, like this. But maybe that's a bit overkill. Let's do this. That we aim at this one from the outside. And you know what? Putting in the cannon would mess this up, so I'll just not use it. Dude, I don't think this will work at all. There's another way, by the way, that I bolster up at the top here and shoot at them like crazy that they don't even get inside. And then we also have all of the lightning towers here. But I don't think that would do the trick. And we will not change too much about this. What we'll mostly do is farm money. But yeah, I think the idea is right. The problem is that they are just really powerful. Like, really, really powerful. Yeah, of course we have one more gunner tower now, you know. Like, maybe I should just go for the cannons. Because the cannons, they hit a lot. You know what? I will farm up money. Oh my god. But yeah, I will farm up money. And I will focus on unlocking the cannons and making them stronger. Every 5th shot of the cannon is bigger and has more penetration. Sure. More cannon towers, perfect. More penetration, more cannon towers. But one thing I also just now realized. The cannon is horrible. The cannon messes this completely up. Look at this. Oh no. But yeah, one thing I realized is, did we actually place all of these towers right? Right, because that is the next question. But looking at this, the enemies are doing actually exactly what I expected them to do. And this is how I placed the towers. The only thing that I really disagree with is this guy. So I will shoot through here instead of to the wall. Eventually they may actually get to the wall, but right now they just don't do that. And honestly, also for you, I just want you to shoot up. The thing is, I don't think we actually have any firepower in the center, you know. That is my issue right now. You can put the cannons up here. But why? Wait, why is this a thing? Why does it work for the cannons and nothing else? So this is currently the new strategy. We have a bunch of cannons over here that shoot in. I think I actually have to move them back a little bit, right? Yeah, I have to move them back a little bit, but this is a lot of AoE damage. It also throws away the enemies from the fire. There's just no perfect way of doing this, huh? Oh god, okay, I have to... how do I place them? Like, I like the cannons, but the problem is, no matter where I place them... Like, I want them down here, right? Because this is where the enemies are. But then they throw them up, so out of the fire, if I place it in front of that... But I could... But there's no way that actually works out, right? I mean, let's see what happens. Maybe we can throw them back a couple of times, you know? And what I mean by that is, when we have the cannons here, they could have a knockback effect that pushes the enemies into the fire. Technically speaking, at least. Technically speaking. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not sure if that works out. But we just need upgrades. Like, right now, I don't think we can change all too much about the positioning. Like, I think the problem is we just need a lot more upgrades. Like, especially with the laser down here, right? That we hit more enemies and we deal more damage. And if you take a look at the stage, most of the enemies are actually burning, so that is working out. But then there are just too many enemies for our burn to hit them. And for that, I'm honestly not sure how to improve that. We do have more shots on you. And one more tower. Max attack speed. Then here we have bonus damage, which is probably also not bad. Like, my big issue here is, I think our Teslas are entirely useless on the map. But I'm also not sure what's like the best thing to focus on. I need to give them more damage, right? We got 32,000 kills. That is quite a lot. I still believe the secret is in the cannons, that we max that out. And we also need to get max penetration on them. The thing with penetration is, I'm not exactly sure if we actually struggle with that or not. You know, so spending money on it is not that great. This one is just a bit too expensive. The shock duration, I should probably do that, right? But let's take a look at this now that we understand what's going on. And you can see all of the cannon towers are next to each other. Maybe that is a little bit overkill and I should put them lower. I should, right? I think I should. Because if they split up the enemies like this, then I want them to be lower, that they can push up the enemies again into the gunner tower, but I don't think that actually works. Like, I think all they do is they push them down. Which is bad. Which also means Should I put them back here? But then they make them, like, they get pushed over the fire. Which is not what I want. I don't know. Like, this is honestly, like, on this map, if you could place 2 towers on these, which you can probably do with the cannon, but, like, not the others, this would be a different story. But yeah, this way, it's kind of difficult. I could put the lasers here, but I don't even think they have enough range for that. But it would make a huge wall of lasers. But where do I put the cannons then? Ugh, I don't know. It's like, you know, I don't know. Yeah, this time we got 50,000 kills, which is actually quite insane. +1 cannon tower, good. Should I try it out with the lasers? We also have more range here. But that's it. We have more laser towers. Oh my god. Let's see what the range of the laser tower is. Yeah, that's kind of what I feared. Now, it still means they'll be able to hit all of them, and at least the laser tower doesn't push them away. Right, so that should be helpful, and we always want to shoot straight. I would say. Okay. Perfect. Then you. Perfect. And this is where it gets really difficult, because I'm not sure where to put the other gunner towers, but I would say we'll just put them in here, maybe? I mean, possibly, if we overload the enemies too much, they can't get through. That is technically a possibility, right? And then we have the cannon towers. This is now where it gets a little bit difficult to decide what to do, because we throw them around with them. Like, that is the part that I hate. You know what? I will just shoot into the center with some distance. Like this. And maybe that will just work out, you know? It's like But I don't want them all to shoot at the same thing. Right? Yeah, let's change that. Because the issue is if they shoot at the same time and push away the enemies, then the follow-up bullets can't hit the enemies. So we will go further down. And we'll go over here. And then we have even more of them. Oh my god, where do I put all of that? Here? And then we have one more. The last one honestly doesn't have a great spot. It's like how do I do this? I think I'll just put it here. And then you can just shoot over here. Sure. Let's see how this works. I don't actually know why I put the lasers down here. I think the idea, I don't think it was entirely wrong. But I also don't think it was a good idea to begin with, you know. Okay. 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 Okay, dokie. Hello there. Like, the issue is sometimes you don't know whether you're too weak because you don't have enough upgrades. At least for me that's the case, you know, where I'm not sure. Is it a problem with upgrades missing? Or is it a problem with the tower placement? And I would hate to figure out like the best way to place the towers. And then I changed that because I think that was the problem. And then I don't remember what I did in the past. To be fair, I have the recording, but I usually try to avoid looking at that because I think that's boring. That's not how people usually play, right? So, yeah. But I mean, isn't this incredible? It was all in the lasers. Alter Schwede. Holy moly, right? We hit 2 million on you. The cannons are also good. The mortar is the mortar, you know. Oh, but actually never upgraded it. You're so funny. You're so funny. I understood actually like some of the complaints in the last video, right? Because I know I have my own way of playing games, you know. But the funniest comments were those that like told me, like I did a 100%, right? Where I got all of the upgrades and that was super absurd, the amount of money you needed. But then there were a few people that were like, oh, I couldn't watch this anymore and did it on my own and I got almost all of the upgrades, so it was actually less than all of them. You know, that was like the first thing, is like I did it and I did it in 4.5 hours. Now the thing is, the viewers don't know how long it took me to finish that. And for me, it was, I think, 1.5 hours or 2 hours. So I was like, huh, interesting. You think you can do it better than me, and then you take almost double the amount of time, you know? So if you think that I'm stupid, and you can do it better, and that is the result, you know, that may be worth consideration what's actually going on. I'm just saying. Start battle. We have one bonus. Who is the one that goes up here? It is this one, right? It must be this one. I mean, sure, hey, hit the enemies a little bit. Like, it actually does matter because we did figure out overlap exists, right? So we want the second strike to be over them. Oh my god, we almost did it. There's like a final flood in the center, and I'm not even sure where that exactly is coming from. But if we manage to deal with that, then we have it. You know what? I'll save up for the laser tower because I love that guy. So I'm gonna make this really simple and extreme. You get moved down like that. You get moved down like that. Then we have the bonus laser tower. You will get moved in here. I see the problem because I have to change them this much. I think we're actually guaranteed to always bounce off the wall. You know, because this will go over here and then bounce upwards. Like, the more I turn it up. So, ironically, me fixing one bad bounce to the bottom may create a bad bounce to the top. Let's just go. Okay, who's doing that? I can't. Okay, let's go here. I don't care. I don't care. I care. I care a lot. Yeah, but I honestly don't know who's doing that. It must be the bottom one though, but I've moved that one so many times, there's just no way. One thing I will say, the placement of these two has been MVP, right? Like, they're hitting so many enemies here, that is like where most of the enemies are, and also these two shooting up. These placements have been really good. We have won. For the first time ever, we have won. Dude, I'm actually getting aggressions with whoever that laser is that shoot. We can track it. Here. Here. It's the one in the back. Oh my god, I didn't look at you. But would you have expected that? I mean, you probably expected that, but I didn't expect that. I really didn't expect that. Oh my god, are you annoying. Bonus damage. Then I should go for the fear. I should have went for this a while ago. It's not that great, you know, but it's definitely not bad. You know what? Let's give the mortar 1 damage, right? Like, the dude deserves it. Okay, one more laser tower. Let's make sure it doesn't bounce to the bottom. Ah! Did we do it? There are only a few stragglers left, but we have our Tesla coils. I don't even see where the last one... Oh my god, back there. That was it. We actually did it. Look at this. I actually do love you. You get an upgrade, my friend. Now, sure, we'll get another Tesla coil, you know, but I did upgrade it. You can't say I didn't upgrade it. Onwards to 6-1. Ooh, do I see that right? That they go... Oh, no. Okay. So we have covered the area here. This should be enough that all of them get burned. I'm pretty sure. Let's turn it a little bit, you know, just to make sure. For the Teslas, I would say we'll place them around the center. But like where they come from. Now with the laser, as we know, we have 2 entry points. So I will put 2 of the lasers to every single entry point. And again, we'll just check where like the biggest issues are, right? Here, this will be a lot more difficult. I'm not exactly sure how we will do this. Then here, this looks like a good one. And I will also do the same thing. I'll just cheat. I'll put them behind each other. And I would say here, we can actually go for the cannon. For chaos. Maximum chaos, right? Now the question is, how do we achieve maximum chaos? But this should be maximum chaos. Here it gets a lot more difficult. Do I? No, that is a waste. Let's put that over here. I like that. Here I would say we shoot to the back. And here I would say... Yeah, that will hit all of them. Sure. And you know what? While this is not the thing that we have learned the last time, like we don't really want to double them up. I will double them up for now. But somewhat next to each other, so one cannon pushes like into the other cannon. The problem is just the design of the stage makes it actually a lot harder to find good spots for these guys. The good news is we have a lot of the gunners. So we can place how many? Divided by 4? Oh, we always have leftover, you know? Why are you doing this to me? You know what I'll do? Bam, bam. Because this is kind of the biggest risk, right? Now for the remaining fire towers, we have 6 of them. And maybe I will not use a single one. We will definitely blaze down more of these towers. As I said, we have like 3 per. So we'll use that. And then we'll just check out where the weaknesses are, right? Like where are our weak spots where we need to enforce stuff. But yeah, let's just start and see what happens. This looks really good. That is what I was hoping for. So the enemies are coming in. I don't like how this looks in the top left. Okay, so we need to enforce this a little bit. The bottom left is also really bad, but funny enough, not because of the tunnel, but yeah, I will just put the laser down here, I think. Right? That is also a little bit of a meme. Like, if I say this is our problem, then why not put it here instead? And bolster up the lasers to make sure that we hit them. I could even say we do this. Maybe. The top here was a big problem, so I will already put in another gunner tower. Maybe I should move that over here? But they came from the top, but that still helps. Okay, let's continue the battle. We've actually never done that we only placed down some of them and then like checked what is missing and then added on top of that. So in most of these cases it was also kind of obvious, right? Not in all of them, but in some of them. Okay. So the bottom is still the weakest link. The top one is also the weakest one. Oh no. Like, I'm not exactly sure how we are supposed to do that, but I guess I can put a humongous burn back here, right? Like, this one is huge. Alternatively, this should work. Yep, perfect. Then here, we also want to add a burn. Oh, but where's like a good spot? I think here were a lot of enemies, right? That are constantly staying there. It's just so close to the other burn, and that is my concern. That rhymed. Okay, let's see how things change now. We don't have that many towers left, so I am a little bit concerned. Top right is looking good. Let's zoom in. Okay. This is still not enough. How is this still not enough? Okay, top right, top left. A little bit bottom left. Bottom right is more than fine, so we don't need to change anything there. That is good. Now the bad news is, every single other one is bad. You know? So, yeah. Let's just give you another cannon. Like this. I would say here we'll put a Tesla coil. This is a bit of a weird spot because it's, again, the one supposed to pick off the enemies. Here is like, I don't know what to do with this area. Like, these dudes are insane. So I will put another fire tower in. Let's hope this works out. Right? Like, this is looking good. This is looking really powerful. And these are moments where I would, like, wish I could slow down the game. Number hotkeys? F keys? No. Okay. Maybe the laser is actually not good. No, but we learned this one-shots the enemies, but when it doesn't laser, you know, then we don't have a laser at all. Yeah, and this laser down here is horrible. Like, this is actually really bad. Okay. I will change this. I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of this. But there are not that many enemies that can pass through at the top either way. So let's just make sure whatever walks down here gets melted, right? That means you can stay here. And hopefully that doesn't actually work out. Like, when it comes back, it hits this. Scheiße. You'll just shoot inside of there and we see what happens. We do have 3 more burn, and this time my focus will be to look where most of the enemies gather. And then we'll try to burn them. Like, this one here is a beautiful spot, right? Like, that I shoot up from the bottom. But the question is if we need it here. This one, honestly, most of the stuff gets burned. I could put it to the top here, but that is just one more burn on top of the, like, already existing burns. Here is a good spot. Yeah, top left is getting through. It's still top left. This one is now really strong, by the way. Did you notice that? Like, this change to the laser. Big change. Big thumbs up. This laser, I will move a little bit over to spread out a bit more. Like this. Just a teeny tiny bit. Okay? Just a teeny... Oh, I have to be careful with this one, actually. What do I do about this guy? Man, oh man, you suck. You know? Like that, but that's so stupid if I do that. Ugh, let's just do it. It's fine. But I think at the bottom is better. Then I will also put a burn... Like, I can't believe that right now, but I'm actually putting another burn here. There should be enough. Let's check it out now. We still have towers left. Okay, we are not lost yet. We still have towers left. We have fighting power. They are now getting all burned. Beautiful. Okay, sure. That was someone getting shot by the cannon tower. You know, when they walk so super fast, it means they got pushed. But I would say... If I put another Tesla tower here... Yeah, now they push through the bottom as well. Okay. I mean, I do have a little bit of power here. Fighting power. If I do... I think I want to do this. Right, because here they cruise around. That will add a good chunk of bonus damage. And I would say before we continue that, we will actually upgrade the remaining things that we have. Which is actually 2 damage on the Tesla tower. And what is this one? Grenade launcher. Yeah, but I can't actually buy that. Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. For all the people that have been screaming at the screen that I should get the mortar tower, we will do it. But let's take a look at this with our changes. And then I will just put them in wherever we need them. I still think the cannon towers are actually messing with me more than they help. Because of the knockback. Like, do you see how they get shot around? In some cases, shooting around is good. In other cases, it messes up everything. Holy moly, the power of the lasers down here. I may want to shift them up a bit, though, that they are not that stubbornly forward. This one down here, by the way, 0 issues, somehow. But I also can't afford to change anything, because the enemies do get quite far. How did we lose 2 HP? Okay, bottom left is the problem now. And bottom... Oh my god, everything is the problem. No! I don't have that much left in me, you know. Maybe it's the mortar. Maybe it was always in the mortars. Hey, it's still a bonus tower, okay? Before you... Like, before this works out and you're like... Heard the dirt actually never went for it. No, it's a good... Like, it's a... Let's not say good, okay? It's a decent tower. That will be quite helpful the moment we get it. The only problem is, it has also the explosions, you know, and that makes them so bad. So I need more help down here. That means I will actually shoot like this. That means you don't get hit, but I think that's fine. And then I'll just put the mortar here, okay? We'll put the mortars everywhere. I think bottom right was fine. So we'll put them here as well. Then I will put them here, but I need to monitor this. Because they can easily backfire and just push the enemies through. Then you. And then I will also put one here. Good. So they will explode. And as they explode, they throw out shrapnels. Which are actually a really good part about them. But we just got the upgrade now, you know. So I may have to remove one of them maybe. Because we have 2 down here. But let's see if someone gets through. Okay. So far so good. I like it. Top right is looking spooky. Top right is really spooky. What actually happened here? Is it the explosions? It's the explosions, right? And they get pushed forward, which bounces them off the wall. What am I gonna do with you? Like, where do I put this? I don't know. I mean, we have explosion radius, right? If the problem is that they explode and get thrown away, then let's just add more of them. Drop a nuclear bomb can be used once per battle. Okay, buddy. Okay. Why not? Okay, this spot is bad, I would say. So we'll put that here, which doesn't really improve that much. You know what? We'll just double bomb this. Yep. And then we will also bomb this here again. Bam. This way we have so much overlap. If that doesn't do the trick, I don't know what to do anymore. So let's take a look at the bombs. How are you doing? Yeah, you push them through. Oh my god, I hate this so much. The problem about this is it's RNG. So sometimes it can be the reason why you win. Depending on what happens, most times it's the reason you lost. Because it shoots them through the DPS of your other turrets. But so far so good. Like, I'm not gonna say it's flawless. But it's good. Right? Who is gonna fall first? Who will be the one that loses us the HP? Oh my god, it's top right. But I swear this is the mortar. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Like, how are you actually supposed to beat this? What are you supposed to do? Oh, we have the nuclear bomb, right? I forgot about it. Holy moly, you have 10 shrapnels. Okay. I'm gonna say this. This is just an AoE bullet shot. Like, that thing is actually insane. Right? So these upgrades may already be enough. Like, how much do you shoot? Yeah, look at... Oh my god. Holy moly. That actually turns them quite insane. We are still in this right now at 80,000 enemies left. Okay, the first one top right went out. Okay. Can I change something here? Maybe the problem is actually the cannon and not the mortar. Like, I'm blaming the mortar, but it's actually the cannon. Because if the cannon hits them on the right side, they will get catapulted through. So apparently we just suck on the entire board. Plus 1 mortar tower. Bonus damage on the shrapnel. Bonus penetration. Bonus damage in general. We'll place a mortar tower down here to make sure that the enemies kind of get hit more often. And maybe I should, like, move this away a little bit. Same for you, we'll move this down a bit. But this is very concerning that the bottom right is getting through now. Because they were the ones that I didn't need to take care of, and now I have to take care of them, right? What should I change? Maybe the lasers a bit? I will change the lasers, I just have to keep it on my mind, you know? Like, I remember I wanted to do it. But then I kind of forgot about it. Also, I don't think I need this laser here. This one. Because it shoots into the hole, but this is so wasted. I can just kill them with these guys, the gunner and stuff. We have enough penetration for that, I would say. right? Though it's the laser alone that kills all of them. So, I'm not sure if I want to do that. No, I need another laser here. This is important. They push through and then it gets messed up. How's it looking over here? They are still getting through. Is it because of the explosions here? Yeah, it is, right? I wanted them to burn that we get more penetration, but this just doesn't work. Okay, let's play again. Let's move these all back. And I will move them next to this. There are some people that are really big fan of this tower, but you do not understand just how bad the tower actually is. Like how influential it is to knock back the enemies. And the knockback affecting them forward. You give them a speed boost, the enemy. So this is so bad. And I also do the same thing here. I mean, you're fine. Kind of. Right? So I'm also not the biggest fan of that one here. I'll move this over here. If they can move faster through the flamethrower, that's actually fine. Then we'll move the laser over here and make sure it bounces a bit. Also for these, I'll move it a bit. So sometimes they'll do this trade attack. Yeah, you know what? Good enough. That gives us a lot of diversity in the attacks. And we actually hit some of these here. It's not that great, and I may change that. What happened to you? Oh, you just suck. Okay, laser top, bottom right. Laser bottom left. These can be changed. This laser is honestly perfect. Like, this is amazing. This laser... Let's wait a bit what we see, because they rotate. Okay, this laser I would also say is like 95% perfect. There's like a little bit here going out, but it should be fine. And the bottom right completely broke through. So, yeah. I honestly don't know what to do. Like, So, I don't know. It's like, I seriously don't know. The issue with the cannon is I want them to hit after the enemies get burned, so they get more penetration. Why is there still an explodey thingy? You're not supposed to be there. Let's also put you back here. I mean, that's probably overkill, right? But hey, it's fine. We hit a lot of enemies with that. Bonus nuclear bomb. So you deal a humongous amount of damage. This will be one of our final attempts before I have to leave. But here's our nuke. Okay. So I will pay close attention to this. I think this guy is fine. Because he gets bonus penetration and makes sure to hit a lot of them. But I'm not sure if I'm completely sold on that. And how do we use the bomb? I think I will use the bomb over here. And then... we also struggle here a lot. But that is really not the greatest spot right now. I'll do it. Holy moly. And you. They are all damaged, which should actually allow us to get a breakdown here, right? And then I have to freeze. The problem is I can't react that fast, you know? And there's still 50,000 enemies waiting, holy moly. Okay, I need to pay close attention to who gets through and why. I don't like this one down here at all, by the way. I think I have to change this somehow, but I don't know how. I mean, there are only 18,000 left. Wait, how do we do this? What? Oh my god, you almost got through. Holy moly, if they don't get scared by the Tesla coil, they would have gotten through. So we don't have a guaranteed win if we win. Like, it wouldn't be a guaranteed win, but it may be enough to do it. There are so many enemies still alive, 50,000, holy moly. No, I think some of them will get through. I can't use my rockets because this actually pushes enemies. Like, if I... Oh! Okay. It's fine. Oh my god. It's actually, like, they're so fast. Okay. I will change the cannon. I'm gonna do this. Right now. And then we give it one more shot. Now, the good news is... we've actually beat it. Like, the thing is, I don't know if the cannons are actually the problem down here, but I would highly assume so. Like, based on what I've seen, with the knockback that they provide, they are the ones pushing the enemies through here. Which also means we want to change these. But then again, the question is, do we need to change something if we just go for booms? Right? Like, if you just explode them. Oh my god, we have the grenade launcher. Okay, what do you have? Where more tower? Slow strength? Okay. That may already do the trick. Possibly. Over here. No. Are you an explosion? Well, is this an explosion? Like, you may say, Dex, are you stupid? Of course, a grenade launcher is an explosion, but if it also slows the enemies, it actually wouldn't make sense that it's an explosion, right? Do you go boom? No, you don't. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Oh my god, they get pushed forward so hard. Do you see that? No wonder are we messing up over here. But how would I fix that? There isn't really a good way to fix that, because no matter where I put them, like if I put them here and shoot into them, there will still be those that are walking to the right side and they get pushed forwards. Well, let's just hope for the best, right? We do have the bomb. I think over here we are always fine now, funny enough. This is the only one that keeps on getting more extreme and more difficult to deal with. So, do we already nuke it? I think this is too early. But we have to slow now. The grenade launcher is actually insane. I love that guy. Like, I don't know how they are slowed up until here. Like, do you see that? How does this make sense? Why are there grenades? I don't know. I don't care. I'm happy about it. Take my bomb. And you know what? Just to make no. No. We are good. We are good. I mean, maybe one. But this, it's not even filling up. Like, I don't know what changed here. But something is amazing about that. I guess they just all move over here because we're killing faster, right? Let's blow it up. Oh! There are no more spawning. If they don't manage to get through now, then we just won. So let's take a look. Okay, this is getting really close with some of these, but this is why we have the dedicated Tesla towers. You know, to get the stragglers, the survivors. Is this our first flawless victory? Or is there one? What is the grenade launcher doing? I love that guy so much. Holy moly, you're insane. Like, the dude just throws his stuff all over the stage. How does this make sense? I have no idea. I don't think that works as intended, but I love that guy. Now, it does mean he doesn't shoot where he's supposed to shoot all that much, but there's actually a lot. Oh my god, the grenades, when they explode, I think they create more grenades. And this is where the other ones are coming from. That's an upgrade that we have. Don't... Wait, freeze. Don't mess with me. I'm ready to click. This one, they will not get through. They only got through on the top left because they pushed so much. But this one here is a little bit dangerous thanks to the cannons, just catapulting them downwards. So I need to be ready. There are only 1,000 left. We are down to just 10 of them. The grenade launcher over here. Alter, Junge. Like, come on. Yeah, there we go. You got burned, that was it. This is the last one. We beat the stage. Now the problem is, there aren't that many upgrades, but we have slow strength. I need more... Beautiful. Increase all damage to slowed orcs. Alter, that is insane. Holy moly. I'm back and it's time for the final stage. I mean, this looks kind of bad, I would say. At the same time though, this actually allows us to place down some towers in a very simple way. Okay, so I think what I'll definitely do is I'll place one down here. Now my assumption is the enemies will mostly gather around the center. That means we can also place one here. And we should be able to place one here. Okay, this isn't perfect, but it's the best that we can do right now. I could also place one at the top here, but maybe I'll just place one further down. And I think the cannons. The cannons knock back the enemies, we know that. But how do we place them in a good way? I think I will put them here and here. Then we will also put them here, just to knock away the enemies a little bit. Then we can also put one to the bottom here, I like that. So I'm pretty much just intercepting the enemies with that, which is, I'm not sure if I'm like, you know, fully convinced on that. But for now we'll do that. And if we do that, it would probably be smart to have another burning turret here. That means I would also want to have, where is it? The mortar. We'll put that over here and a second one here. This is mostly to just knock back the enemies, but also to hit them with a lot of bullets. And I think I want to do the same thing here. So if we knock the enemies away, like we don't know how exactly this plays out, but I think the fire will be nice. And then we will have a mortar right here and one right here. Okay, good. And then to round that out, we will also have a burn here. And then I would say I probably want to have another cannon here. A mortar right behind that. So this is for those that manage to get outside of here. You know, that we throw them back, but also we want to hit them with the exploding bullets, right? So I want to put them a bit further down. The Tesla coil I will treat just like all of the other times, where it's mostly about clearing the enemies that manage to get through. So I will put them at the front here. Good. And then I would say I probably do the same back here. One at the top that we actually hit them. I'm not sure if I like those at the bottom. But these ones here either way overlap, so we don't need more help. But I don't think it would hurt, right, to have like one more. And for the gunner, I would say we will have one here that hits before the Tesla coil. Then we will just put down another one here to shoot over here. Then over here, like a partial goal of the gunner is to hit the enemies before they get through. Good. And then I would say we'll also put another one here and maybe one here just to cut off the enemies a little bit after they burn. This also gives us bonus penetration. Same for here. Do I have a burn here? Yeah, we have a burn here. And I can also put another burn down here, which means they will push through and then they get burned again. And that gives us penetration. I like that. And then I would say the final one is over here, mostly to make sure that we hit stuff. Oh my god, we have 5 more. I thought we are done. Oh no. Where do I put the cannons? I definitely think we can put a cannon here. We can also put a cannon here, so right behind the fire. And then I would... I will put a cannon here to intercept that. And maybe before we do more, we take a first look at like how it's going. Okay, so these are all getting burned. That is good. You're not getting burned, so that means I could have a fire up here. But I think what I'll do is I'll put an explosive here, right? Like, do you see how they just pass through? If you would explode here, knock them back, but also have the shrapnel explosion, that would be quite good. So everything is working out really well in the center, but what's not working out at all is the bottom. So here will be an explosion. And then I would also say we'll use some of our grenade launchers to make sure they get slowed down. In the beginning, not in the beginning, all of them. Like, this one is fine. But I would say there is one grenade launcher over here. Then we will have another grenade launcher over here. That is a very good spot. And then we will have another one over here. Because we know they spread out quite a bit. Now down here, grenade launchers are really important. So I will put one to the side. Then here, we will also put one to the side to hit a lot and slow them down. And then we're already on the last one. But here we hit a lot. Here's our weakness. So I will put one to the far side, which I'm not exactly sure about. But it should work. Then for the laser, we have noticed the wall here is really vulnerable. So I think what I want to do is, I want to do a zigzag. The one that just bounces back and forth all the time. The same thing for you, but backwards. Then we will do the same thing for this guy and forward. Then over here, also forward. That's maybe a little bit too much, right? Just a little bit backwards, good. And before we do more, I will take a look at it if we are getting closer to a possible solution, because I think this map will be so hard, we'll have to do this a couple of times before we find a solution that works. Now, one thing I intentionally did is, I don't want the grenade launchers to like slow them down equally. I want them to be offset a little bit, which we actually achieved. Like, that worked out way better than I thought. Like, do you see how little actually gets through? Okay, the grenade launcher here is bad. This one is also a little bit bad. Okay, some of them are getting through. We are not using our bombs yet, because at this point we just want to optimize how we are doing. How do I actually get one more of these ones? Grenades explode when the duration expires. Grenade launcher tower. Hello. And then we also have slow strength. Here's just health, which we don't really care about. Wait, how did I dislike you? This actually looks like the perfect position to me. I think it just doesn't do what you think it would do. But then I would say, I will actually put another laser here. And we will also put a grenade launcher in between that. So they get slowed down as they get hit. Same thing for over here. We do another bouncing, another slowdown. This might be overkill, but we still have fire left, we still have gunner turrets left, so let's see if this is enough for the side to deal with them. How are you doing? Okay, it's a little bit off, but aside from that, it's fine. There are a lot getting through in the center here, so this is a point where I really want to put fire down here. Currently, the enemies are getting killed, so that is a very good sign. But, you know, if I use the nuke now, just to thin out the enemies, we'll not kill another one at 10k. So we have to take a look at this and see what exactly is the problem. So at the top is still a problem. That kind of makes sense. Because they get pushed away to the wall, and there I can't reach them. That means I want to have a gunner turret here, or maybe something on the wall there? I don't know if that's possible, let's see. Okay, oh my god, we have so many lasers left, right. Okay, then we can do this. Who is the one that went out? Is that you? Probably, so let's move here a little bit over. Then we will also do the same thing at the bottom. You'll get 2 lasers, good. Where did I say I can go for the fire? Huh? But I have a fire here. I know I said down here I could have a gunner turret, and I think I will do that to make sure those that get pushed away to the wall here, that they can get hit by this. And I think I will also do the same thing for you. But it actually looks like I have a gunner turret already there. Why did I put one here but not there? Okay, that is a bit weird. Okay, let's check this out. I'm also checking the lasers. This looks really good. Yeah, all of these lasers look perfect, but we still have a bunch of lasers left. So where did I say could I put a burn? Here? That means I could move up this tower to the front. And then I can move one down. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to remember what you said, you know. But yeah, the fire can be moved up. That would actually be perfect. So the center fire to the left side. How's it going here? There is a slow, but there's a really weird slow. I should actually put the slow over here to the laser. Same for this slow. It should be here in the laser. Here we have a slow, but we need something else to deal with the masses. Yeah, that's way too much. But honestly, aside from that, I actually really like this. So you get moved to the top. You know what? I'll angle you. Then down here, you, I believe, are the grenade launcher, right? Yes. So this is our slow. You'll get put here. Then this one, I'm not exactly sure what you're doing, but you will also get put over here, in between. Then I would say we have a lot in the center that we can affect with AoE. And I think I will go for another AoE here. Then we will go for another AoE here. And I will make this a bigger area to make sure we hit a lot. But I may want to have this more precise, right? And maybe I will even use a burn. No, that's a bad spot. So you get burned, you get through. I only recall there was like a humongous amount of enemies down here. And that's why I'm so concerned about this area. I will actually put a burn here, but we'll take a closer look at this. Then we'll put a gunner turret over here. A gunner turret over here, and now we still have a little bit left, but most of these actually don't work that well. Like, we can put a laser over here, we can put a laser here, but that was it. The other spots aren't that great. Why are you still there? I thought I removed you. This is the one that I have to move. Yeah, you're bad. Why is it so bad? Okay, so the grenade launcher works very differently to what I thought. Yeah, here you see the same thing. So if we have this circle, most of the stuff actually lands behind it. Now, the gunner turrets, though, they are helping a lot. Yeah, and this is obvious. Like, this will not hold. Not the way it is right now. Okay. I mean, I would say this is not really my fault. Like, look where I placed it, right? So we'll place it up front. We'll place this up front. Then I honestly would just say we'll place another laser in there that is a little bit more bouncy. Same for you, because there aren't that many great spots. And we just have to make sure that we kill all of the enemies as they pass through. Here's another grenade launcher. I don't like your position, but which position is better, right? Oh, we could actually do something really crazy. You know, like this. So super far away. I hope they can get there. And then I would say we'll intercept again. And that is actually a bad position. But where's a good position, right? I would say I'll just place one up here. You know, we see what happens. Let's take a look at it. Now, we do have the nuke, so I can heavily slow them. Oh. Okay, did I place you anywhere else? Because this is kind of pathetic. I'm pretty sure I placed them, like, yeah, here as well. But you can't blame me for that, right? Like, I didn't do that. Okay. So here are the slows. I would say that is accurate, that is accurate. That is worth reconsidering, because that's... I mean, honestly, that's actually really good. Like, that bounces all over the stage here. Okay, oh my god, that is good. So the guys are getting killed. That is nice. And you know what? Oh my god, what is happening? I will drop down 1 nuke. Good. Yeah, at the bottom. How is this even possible? Like, I'm using so much power on this. But the good news is, it's only the bottom. So, if we get another... Where is it? Here, another grenade launcher. 1 more grenade, 1 more damage, more slows. This is slow duration. Maybe this might be enough to do it. It's like, I don't really believe it. But there is a chance. So I know I put 1 over here. You aren't that great. So I will put that... Maybe I should put that down here. Like a second one. The thing is, I need to make sure we actually hit those that get here. So I would like to hit them before, but if they go around here and then down, that is a problem. And you over here... You're just a big AO. You know what? You would actually be perfect here. But we learned you have to put this closer. But we already have that there. But you're way too far out. So what if... I'm not sure if this will work. But what if we put you here? You know? That they get slowed down. So we have purple here. Hey, purple. Good. We have purple here. Perfect. This purple, yeah, okay, you know what, good enough. It's a little bit of RNG, right? I like this a lot. Like, it's not perfect, but, you know, trying to figure out what exactly is perfect is also easier said than done. Maybe the laser should be a bit different. I mean, that is working, though, right? Oh my god. Come on, we got it. Honestly, I can only pay attention to the bottom one. If anyone else leaks, it is what it is. So I would say it's about time that we nuke. That was actually way too late to nuke. Oh, these are getting through. Dude, but how are they so bad, right? How are my people so bad? Aren't you supposed to do this? Okay, they are gathering again. Let's give them a moment. They are still gathering because this is not full. Now it's getting full. Perfect. Yeah, they're getting through. And it's at the bottom again. Wait, how is this so bad in comparison to this? Like, where exactly is the difference? Yeah, I think it's just a mess, I would say. Dude, there are not that many people left. But there's no way we actually do this, right? No, we will lose, but we are getting really close. Bonus HP. Then we also have bonus damage on our rocket. That is the explosion, which I'm actually not the biggest fan of. A straving gun. But I can't. I can. Straving run. I will exchange this one to shoot like this. Because this also means we hit over here, though it does mean we hit a little bit less. Is there a problem with our lasers? I feel like we are so weak down there, right? Why are you here? Yeah, no, that is a bad placement. Also you, why do I put the lasers like that? There's actually no reason to split up the lasers at all. Right? Because lasers are just lasers, like nothing will change. There is a little bit of change based on their cooldown, but all in all, this should be a lot better. Okay. Then we may also struggle over here. First of all, we'll move you as well. Then you will be put over here. No. Let's keep you at the end. Let's see how this works out. So we have the airplane now. We have the freeze. The way the airplane works is you just put it down somewhere, I believe, and it will keep on flying all the time, like here. And it shoots. Yeah, like this. So it pushes them away. Now, we could put this down here, but the typical problem in this game, whenever you push something, it could also mean you push someone towards the end. Okay. That's looking really good. How's it here? Yeah, I mean, here it was always fine, right? But we're also shooting with this one to the top. Maybe that does a lot. So I would say it's about time that we deploy the first nuke. Bam. This will interrupt the wave a little bit, but if we are not enough, you know, to deal with them, then it's just not enough to deal with them. We are at 60k. I would say at 60k is the next one. Bam. And, oh my god. One got, okay, a couple got through. A lot are getting through here. Interesting. Is our airplane still flying, by the way? I actually don't think so. This used to run, like, endlessly. Did we just do it? Nope, we didn't. We didn't. We are now missing the electrical one I took away from here. But that means I just have to put you back. But we are also struggling here. Holy moly. Is there also duration for you? Straving run uses. That is the one that I'm looking for. But that is, You got nerfed a lot, my friend. Like, a lot. Wait, how am I supposed to do this? Missile explosion, shooter shrapnel? That could be interesting, right? Fire continuously. I mean, to be fair, I'm not using a few things. Let's just farm up for this. Now we have the explosive grenades and a very nice amount of money. These deal bonus damage. That will actually be quite helpful, right? Okay, bonus meter, bonus damage. We can't afford that. But I would say before we continue, we take a look at this right now. So I've moved some of these down, because here were the most enemies that broke through, but we may have to change this a couple of times. For some reason, we are covering the entire stage with grenades up here. When did someone get through? Like, how does this keep on happening? How is this even possible? You know? Like, this, I just don't understand this. Bam, next bomb. This is all I can do. I can still freeze them, but my reaction time is just a little bit too slow. Oh my god, stop shooting. No, you're pushing them out. These guys here that you see, they got pushed out from me. Ugh. Can I... Okay, I can disable it by just switching. So, ironically, I did 3 damage to us, and we took... Okay. Now you understand why I have that, right? Is there an explosion? There's an explosion, I see that. Who is doing that? You, right? You are the one. You're exploding down here. You're not supposed to explode there. But I think the problem is that it's my slow. So I can't really change that. Who is that? You. That is a grenade launcher. Maybe that's just a bit too extreme. You know, that we put it down here like this. Wait. Where are they actually getting through here? To build up here. Because we can move one of the fire guys. Technically speaking. Okay, so they're moving like this. I will also use all of the tools that we have available. And I think this time I'll use it at 85k. Okay, so you see the issue is they're really spread out. Like, there's no fire I can put down here. Like, there's 0. Absolutely nothing. Let's use the first bomb. Yeah, this is like if they manage to get through at this point, there's just nothing I can do about it. There's the next bomb. Then I would say we'll thin them out a little bit with the airplanes. Just that at the end, we have it a little bit easier for a moment. I mean, currently this is looking really good. Like, I'm gonna tell you, this is actually a really hard map. I didn't expect that. Let's bomb this. Why am I not bombing? Well, because it's really at the corner, right? Okay. And now, this may be controversial, but I want an airplane over here, because we have helped this so much. This one is like a threat, an actual issue. And they may be able to shock them and confuse them and we win, but yeah, we didn't. A few of them got through. I mean, you know, there's not that much... Oh god, there's a huge army incoming. Do you see that? Wait, but I literally can't do anything. Like, I'm burning all of them multiple times. Like, what else am I supposed to do? I can't burn them again. There's just nothing left I can do. Sure, I can make this guy stronger, you know. Like, that is one thing. I will try something a little bit different, because we have kind of figured out where the best spots are to blow up the enemies. So I will just say, we will combine our explosions in these 3 lanes. So here, down here is one, and then here's one, right? I have that on my mind that burning increases the damage the enemies take, but this is why we have burning here. Here we don't have burning, and it could be worth it to move one of the burning ones, and also down here. Yeah, honestly, what is the point of the burning if we don't get the bonus damage out of it? So here we have burning and laser, here we have burning and laser. Here we don't have burning, but if I remove even more burning, you are... whatever, I'll just do it. Let's just try it out. And this is where it gets really complicated, because technically speaking, I don't have another burn. So I have to take away this one over here. Is that the right spot? That is the right spot, yeah. We are missing one more burn, so again, I'll remove this guy. So the way you should view the burning is, it's pretty much just a damage multiplier, the way we're using it. Are they getting through? Because we are losing a lot of damage that we had in the back there. So far so good. We had 1 in 10,000, so this is the first explosion. Then we also do the airplane. I wonder if this area is actually better to explode. Like, it's larger, right? So we could actually do that there. Then I said 70,000. You know what? I'll actually blow up this area. There are way more people. The thing is, the top lane is less of a threat than the bottom one. That's why I always go here. But we can just use the airplane for that and blow up a lot more enemies here. And here we do this airplane. Right? Like, that is really good. Holy moly. Why didn't I do it right there? I just explained it, right? Why I didn't do it. The next one will be at 30k. I already feel like I should just do it, so I'll do it. And same for you. This is the best we can do. Now, we know we will get overwhelmed. The question is how bad and where exactly. So here, I can't improve that a lot. You know? At least it's not down here, I guess. Oh my god, someone just pushed them all out. Yeah, I think that is the grenade launcher slowing them. Where's actually my grenade launcher here? Wait, where's my... I know there's a grenade launcher, but wait, where's my grenade launcher here? There is none. So who's pushing them out? I am a little bit powerful, but I'm not really powerful. Dude, why are they so fast? Like, I'm telling you, there's some explosions down here. Some doofuses. And I know it's a grenade launcher, but I need to slow at the same time. Is it me? No, it's not me. It's a grenade launcher. It's also doing the same thing over here. Oh my god. Hey, we have a bonus point, okay? So now we have shrapnels. Nice. So now we can get bonus shrapnels. How are you supposed to do this? Seriously? 1 penetration, wow. Now the good news is, we just have to survive this. We do not need a perfect victory. We just have to survive this to beat the game. The bad news is, we are nowhere close to that, you know? That is the bad stuff. There's just no way. This is literally impossible. You can't do this. Enemies take 5 damage upon unfreezing. Yeah, we can't get that until we win the first time, you know. So I've removed all of the cannons right now. I'm not exactly sure where I'll put them. But I feel like I should spam them in the center here to make sure that the enemies are getting hit that push through. Because this is where most of the enemies are. The problem is the weapon doesn't have enough penetration for that, you know. So it sounds good. But it actually means we'll miss a lot of the enemies. But maybe this is a lot better. It's like, I hope so. So I don't know it. Do I just have to hold off the nuke for longer? But that doesn't make sense. I think what I need to do is I just need longer intervals. You know, compared to what I had before. So 20,000 is good. 120,000 is good. And the middle of that is 70,000, right? But maybe that's just waiting way too long. Because the problem is there are also enemies that build up on the stage. You see that, right? There are a lot of enemies building up. Okay, we're about to be at 70,000. We'll just try it out. Come on. Then you. And I'll keep on shooting here in the center. The nice thing is they flood back in. Like, they fill out the gaps, right? Which is technically speaking also a form of crowd control. No. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Oh my god, they're getting through. They're getting through. Laser. Oh my god. Holy moly. Nuke. You. So, good luck, Dex. This is all that we have. Like, the freeze is nice, but there's still so many enemies. The entire stage is just full again. Yeah. So, I think I need to do a final nuke at, like, 0. But the problem is, surviving until 0 is easier said than done. You easily die. Okay, the cannons are working a lot better, I believe. Like, I could be wrong, but I feel like they're doing a way better job at this. And you're leaking the most at the top here, so you know what? I'll actually help you. I'll not help anyone else. Alter Schwede, we are leaking everywhere. This was insane, though. We got really close. Only 24k are alive. So I've moved one of the Tesla towers to over here. I think it's way too reckless to say we have nothing at all. Like, this was our struggling position in the very beginning, but I think the problem were just the explosions, right? So if we change this a little bit, and keep in mind the grenade launchers actually launch very far, but if we change this a little bit, we should be better off. Hopefully. Wait, do I slow the enemies? I slow the enemies. Holy moly. I didn't even know that. Right, the Shrapnel slow. I remember I read that. So 100k you said, Dex, huh? Are you very confident about that? Not really. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, let's slow down as many of them as possible. We actually don't hit that much with our shrapnels. Like, this is way worse than I hoped for. I will hit in here to slow them down, but that may also bounce them out. The next one is at 40k, which is very late. Like, very, very late. But I mean, this is the only way how we can make it work out. Maybe I should go for 50k. No. Yes? 50k? Let's do it. We can change it up later on, but right now it just doesn't feel good enough. Like, looking at this, I feel like we're about to lose some lives, which actually looks like that was accurate. So that was a good decision, I believe. And the final one will be at 0. I can actually slow them down, I just realized. But I don't think I can do it yet. We are about to be there. Okay, we are about to be there. This is it. This is it. The only thing we need to do is I need to freeze some of them that they can't really get through. We still have freezes left. Okay. Please, please, guys. Please, guys. We are so close to it. We are so close to it. Holy moly. Moving the cannons together, I think, did the trick. Okay. Which, to be fair, on other maps, splitting them up was actually the solution. So you can't really blame me on that I didn't consider that earlier. But I think it was... No. The main change... Scheiße. The main change was the timing. No. Stop this. Stop. No. We are not doing this. They are like none of them left alive. Stop it. Scheiße. Dude, I have 32 HP left. How are they still getting through? With this little bit, how are they still getting through? I think we did it. This was so insane and intense. Wow. And like to think this is such a simple game, right? We have survived. Oh no. Okay, so here's the problem about this. We are playing this before any playtester. You know, before people can complain that this is too difficult. So, yeah. You know, in German, we call that Arschkarte. So what I'm doing is, I'm enforcing those spots that need it the most by weakening other spots that I hope can just do it. The problem is, I will never know whether my strategy was wrong or the enemies just overwhelmed us because of RNG. We have no idea about that. Never. Okay, so currently there are 24,000 enemies left, which is a lot. Okay, I called in the last nuke, which is a little bit earlier than I hoped for. But you may notice there are like a humongous amount of enemies. I needed the airstrike over here. So, this is now the problem. You see that? Do you see the type of measurements that I'm using to try to stop them? And this... like... There was just an explosion that catapulted in my head. There's no stopping of that. Like, it's impossible. You can forget about it. It's like, I don't even know where that's coming from. Yeah. Look at all of the explosions. Who is doing that? Oh my god, I just realized who's doing that. You know who it actually is? It's the exploding dudes of the orcs. This is nothing I can change. Like, no matter what I do, I can't change it. So at this point, I got really frustrated because there was always like an exploding orc catapulting a group of 20 out, and at one point that just becomes too much. And since I was in talks with the dev either way, I asked if people have beat this without losing life, and he said, yep, the testers have done it. So I knew it's possible, but my plan is clearly not working. So I shifted it entirely up. We still have the Teslas at the end here, and I may have to move them around a bit. We are now very, very front-loaded, and before I continue blindly, I want to see how this plays out. Because apparently this is possible without using the nukes early. Like, you can do this really late. Okay, I will admit, this is looking insane. Like, you gotta consider, we have 0 gunner towers right now. 0. Nada. Niente. Holy moly, right? Okay, so here some enemies are passing through. But before I change anything about the Tesla, because I actually quite like this, I may have to move this. No, there are a lot of enemies here. But again, we don't have like 40% of the towers, like look at this. So, we can use a lot more. Now the next thing I'll do is, I will add in a bunch of the gunner towers everywhere where we can shoot them at like full length. And I will only add in a few of them, though I'll make sure that we cover like the entire area. Okay, here's a little bit of a gap, but I think that's fine, we'll survive it. Then we do the same thing twice. And now we have used 5 of them. Now that we have used 6 gunner towers, let's take a look at this again. Because there's no reason for me to add the gunner towers where we already beat the enemies. Okay, here is a difficult spot, I would say. Kind of, right? Not really, actually. So here are a lot of enemies that get through. That means I want to put stuff here, but that's why I have another explosion turret. I just didn't want to put it there. Though, to be fair, the enemies are building up everywhere. Holy moly. Stop shooting. Okay, yeah, we definitely need help here. Is it from the top or the bottom? I would say it's from the top. So we have our explosions, and I would say I'll even focus them to over here. Maybe I will also place down the next one. Now, we do have a bunch of explosions, but we also have slows. There's not a single slow over here. Oh my god, Dex, what did you do? Okay, I forgot about that. Yeah, there's not a single slow. We still have a bunch of slows, by the way, so that's also like a huge improvement. I wish they were color-coded, that you can identify what exactly is what, because currently I honestly have no idea what I put down, what I didn't put down. Maybe I will add you in twice to make sure we hit that. I would say it's okay. Yeah, there's definitely something big missing. So are they all purple? They're actually all purple. Holy moly. I mean, apparently not all of them, but a big chunk, like over here, a big chunk is missing that gets hit by the slow. But we still have slow turrets. How are you guys doing? Did we actually manage to do it? We haven't won yet, okay? We haven't won yet. It's not even close to winning. But we still have turrets left to improve this. Hey! Don't get through. Okay. Hey! Okay, that's a little bit too much. But this is why we're doing this step by step, to check exactly how it's going. Or you just stop all of them, I guess. Holy moly, you can't stop that. Scheiße, we lost. So I would say I'll put a slow here. Then we know at the bottom we are weak. Why are we weak? Why are you like this? Let's put you like this. Oh, I didn't really adjust any of these, huh? I mean, it's also not that bad to make them move around, actually. So there's that. But maybe we need a little bit more support at the bottom here with booms. You know, in the back, that could be good. Wait, no, this is a slow. Here's the boom. You get removed. We still have a ton of the gunner turrets left. And regarding the burns, I think I will put another burn here. Then I would say we'll put a gunner turret here, but just one. I don't want to overdo it, otherwise we just lose all of them. You know, like when we need them in another spot, we don't have them, but I added two. So here's one, down there's one. This is not looking bad. We may have to pay attention to where I put the Tesla towers though, right? Yeah, oh my god, we have nothing at all down here. Like down here at the wall. Here we're good. So maybe I want to put this Tesla tower over here. Because this means this can also hit back here. Yeah, you know what? I like that more. Like instead of here, we put it here. Exactly where this slow guy is. Holy moly. This is so much better, Dex, you're a genius. It's front loaded. It's front loaded. Maybe if I change it, it doesn't matter. Dude, I could have used the nuke, you know. We still have towers left. Like, this was not it. We are just getting started. Okay, I'm not exactly sure where I'll put these, but you get put here because you hit additionally. I would say you get moved a bit and we put another one down. There were definitely a lot of enemies getting through. And then maybe I will put one over here. And another one here. Or another one here. And you also get turned. Huh? We do have one more slow. And maybe what I'll do, because we have a slow here. But I don't think we have a slow... No, we have a slow down here. Maybe I will just put a slow here, right? To block them off a little bit. And where do I want to put the remaining flamethrower? We want to make sure that the enemies all burn. Like here they should all burn. There's like no way they don't burn, I would say. Let's move this a little bit. Let's also move this a little bit, but it doesn't give us bonus range is the thing. Okay, so I think we have learned. The burning makes a lot more sense here. The reason I had it here is that it like re-triggers the penetration bonus. And maybe I went overboard. Like I feel like at the bottom we were so safe. We don't need all of these, but what we definitely need is like one guy here that makes use of the burn. And maybe I will even put a second guy here. Right, to double up on this, but we will like make a little bit of a difference. Let's go. We can do this. This time we'll use the nuke smarter. And by that I mean we don't use it at all until the very end. It could actually be that someone gets through early on, depending on RNG. What do we do then? I think we just restart, right? We don't need to optimize this. Dude, this is looking so insane. I could just nuke this entire area. But yeah, the exploding orcs are a problem. Like, we were so fine, right? Until a huge group of them just got tackled forwards by them. Okay, it's looking good. They are moving further out down here, but we have a lot of the electric towers. Like, these are doubled up, right? This is something we don't have anywhere else. Like, not here is what I mean. So technically speaking, I could take this one and move it somewhere else, in case we easily deal with them. Because here we could need this a lot more. Okay, I'm still paying attention. I'm still paying attention. I mean, I can shoot at them to slow them down. Our shrapnel has a slow built-in, right? So we could do that. Okay. I'll get rid of the exploding dude. My main job is just shrapnel slow. Oh, there's a big group. There's a big group. Did I mess up? Where are you coming from? Okay. Hey. We don't do this here. We don't do this here. I can freeze this group that they don't... You almost got out. Yeah, you thought you got me. You have nothing. Oh god. Okay. Dude, I love this sound so much. Do I have everyone? I'm just gonna, like, pause some of them. There's no one left. This is our first nuke. You guys thought you'll survive, right? But impending doom is incoming. You can't escape it. Okay, maybe you did manage to escape it, you know, I respect that. Oh, there's so many. You know what? You all take the airplanes. What are you doing there? Yeah, exactly, that's what I thought. You're doing nothing, you're dying. Impending doom hit the day. It's doom day. We actually did it. That was amazing. That was actually, like, really amazing. Wait. No, there's no one. Okay, they're all dying. Look at the screen. How many of them died? You're the last one. We actually did it. And with that, we gained the last up. In case you're wondering, by the way, how much I've played. I have 1.36 million, okay? And most of that is surrendering the moment one gets through. So, you know, just saying. There was a little bit. The entire upgrade tree is finished. This was Sir, We Have an Orc Problem. I had a humongous amount of fun. And if you also had fun, the link to the game is in the description. And if you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. See you the next time.